Oh no.
Hold on, wait a minute. Kai. It's your boy Fox. I'm back. I'm in the house with my homie Jay Meister and the other jokers. If y'all don't know who I am, you better get to know who I am because me and Jay do collaborations and we're gonna start those back up pretty soon. Shameless plugs all day, every day.
Shameless plugs all day, every day.
If you don't know who I am, you better get to learn my Riatsu because I'm in this bitch.
Learn my Riatsu because I'm in this.
Again. Have you already planned season 2 or the ending of season 2? I think I think she's planned it, but I don't think she's written it all out yet.
I think it's too early for her to do that. If that's even a thought.
Call me crazy, but didn't she say something about she had season 3 somewhat planned?
Yeah.
I think like the last Q&A she did, she had like at least 3. Yeah, three max. I don't think she has anything planned after that.
On top of that, also, she did say, like, well before season 1 was even close to being concluded, that she had season 1 all completely planned out and was already working on season 2.
Yeah, I mean, like, planning out doesn't mean writing it all out. It just means like.
Oh, here it is. The Twitter question and answer. How many seasons are you planning to doing in total? Well, we just finished season 1. I'm planning on doing, I think, 2 more seasons.
Where do you see this?
So, question.
The question and answer document.
Or Wooloo on it. And if that request gets denied, what Pokemon do you see each character as representing, and could you draw those represented Pokemon?
All right.
And for an actual question, will we see a continuation of the miniseries about Rai or other miniseries?
I like that question. John equals Zoroark. Honestly,
That's
I feel like
good.
Zork? Yeah.
Sarah is Espeon, Blyke is Arcanine, Remy is Pikachu, John is Zoroark. Those are pretty good, actually.
John is Zoroark, bro. I love Zoroark.
I see that. I honestly see that.
Bro, because Seraphina is Espeon and John is Zoroark, now I'm just picturing Zoroark and Espeon, and it's perfect.
Bro,
wait, this just confirms ships.
Shoot me that little tweet she put. I need
Bro, that just confirmed the ship. 2 ships just now. That just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Which one?
So Espeon and Zoroark?
Zara and John, Blyke and Remy.
That's not no confirmation.
No, like we have a few Pokemon character pairings.
What happened?
What you mean? What happened?
Oh, everything just died for me. Everybody just immediately was.
Oh, it's because we all died is why. So.
Hello.
We're actually not.
Questions. Drop your questions in the comments.
You're actually here by yourself.
Oh no.
I keep a revive on me at all times. I'm good.
Will we see families of more characters? Oh god.
We've only seen like a few.
No. The only parents I want to see is from John, Arlo, and Seraphina. And
I mean, we've seen Seraphina's mom, but we haven't seen her.
Are there any hidden real accounts like Claire's? They wouldn't be hidden if I told you about them.
So there are more, possibly.
Everybody has parents, bro. Like they came from somewhere, bro.
Tiny Dumpster Dive.
Those came out the egg on the crane. Like what the heck?
How do we know that any of them aren't orphans?
Oh, yo.
No, what does it matter?
Just announcement, everybody. I am streaming now. The chat is on stream, so no raunchiness like we normally do for YouTube's sake. Well, actually, no, I take that back. No raunchiness while I'm streaming, but I'm gonna delete this afterwards, so it's good.
I'm gonna have to too. Have the stuff we be saying.
Hey, no, wait. What? Now, that type of stuff you be saying. Best believe I keep it civil.
The homie Breezy said Joker versus Ember. He's asking a question.
Hold up. Shaman, that's 50-50 sometimes.
I know you're not talking.
Here we go.
I know you're not talking.
Yeah, we're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
Hello? Why are you talking about me when you say more stuff that ain't with me? I'm supposed to be saying anything is bitchy, or something. No. That man's I can't say nothing. I'm just saying.
Bro, Anonimo just came out with the real one, with Real Talk. Does John have borderline personality disorder?
No, it's not borderline. It's straight up.
Huh? That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't even think it's personality disorder. What the fuck is that shit called?
Actually, no. I don't think you can. I don't think it'd be fair to really just say it's just one possible thing. I think it's a multitude of
A multitude of things. I don't think it's DID though, because this man is not acting like a completely different person. Like, what's the stuff burns? My man has tendencies, dog.
Yeah.
Shit, like if it was DID, my man would start acting like Arlo, all of a sudden start acting like Vart or whatever the heck. Yo, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Mad differences.
Someone in the chat asked who would win between Joker and Ember. We don't have enough info.
Yeah, we don't have any information.
The question to like that personality thing, it's not even like, I don't think it's like even a personality question. It's more like one of them is his actual personality, and the other one is just like, you know, how he acts with Sarah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, like, John wanted to change. It's just a bunch of shit happened.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't change the fact that he has a real personality versus like, you know.
It's not like it's all about personality thing. Actually, it's like, you know how when you're around your friends you act a certain way, but when you're around your parents or your boss you act a certain. It's two sides of the coin. So
I had the same damn way. I had the same damn way.
It's more like the best way to put it is it's like a facade.
It's not a facade.
It is a facade, but let's be honest.
Pseudo personality.
It was a needed facade.
It was. I see it as like a part of his personality. This is what he wanted to act like after Keon.
So his ideal self and his real self.
I didn't care about unordinary stuff. If he didn't, he really wouldn't have been like
I'm
that.
not with that theory at all.
Yeah, the way that I look at it is that, like, you know, there's a way that he actually is, and there's a way that he wants to act.
Yeah.
He changed the way that he changed to how he wants to act, but that doesn't mean that's how he naturally acts.
That's facts. Like how he was with
say he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but he wanted to keep sheep's clothing on.
He wanted to keep the sheep's clothing. Like, he wanted to be on that good side, dog. Like, my man was really, when he was messing with Sarah, bro, he was trying to live his best life. That man said, I wanna be a good citizen of society.
I wanna be somebody.
And that man said, you know what? What's the time? The naturalness came off, bro. The tendencies started to run back up, and that's just what happened.
Not only just because of Arlo, but also he lost Unordinary, which, like you said, he always kept reading it for reassurance.
He lost Unordinary and he lost Sarah at the same time, all because Elaine wanted to be a tattletale, bro.
That's not.
Actually, there's more factors to. There's more factors to that.
Oh my gosh.
There's more factors to that. I'm just saying.
He literally lost a lot of things at the same time.
I'm not defending. I'm just saying there are more factors to it.
You gotta remember, like I've been saying, bro, these are kids. They're not grown.
They're not like us.
We're not even that grown.
No, we're rational. No, we're rational as hell. We think about our problems. These are teenagers.
No, bro.
With different colorful personalities.
If we had superpowers like in Unordinary, I feel like a lot of people would be like how they act now.
Yes.
That's what I said. You told me I don't get no repercussions. Yeah, best believe them acting up.
Because the whole like plot point in this.
Yo, pause.
I personally think that the pacing is a bit slow. Some things feel like they could use less panels, which would allow more content each chapter. What is your opinion on the pacing? I think that's a fair opinion. I'm running a lot of different plot lines at once. Some scenes might not seem important at the moment. The story is about building up the characters, their relationships, emotions, their mentality/moralities. I tried my best to speed up the pacing without leaving anything out.
You know?
Okay.
That's facts.
Okay, I respect.
I respect that.
I honestly do respect
that.
that.
A while ago, but I like how she answered it.
That's facts. Like, she actually got that's real professional. I feel so. Yeah, I know that the pacing is slow. I've been trying to do my best.
John's ability is kind of whack. I'm dead.
Come on, man.
No, wait. I like how she answered that, but to be perfectly honest, I like this pacing because if it was too fast, the plot points wouldn't hit as hard as they do when a narrative comes in and it hits because it's slow. It's like it's that build. It was like, dude, like I've been waiting for. You know, it's like once like here comes the boom, and you know it's like John got moved into the dorms forcefully. Serafina just found out about that he's Joker, and now what is it? He's losing his mind. He's calling her Claire. I'm still working on a video for that.
I'm still trying to comprehend that.
I think the way she does it though is like the plot lines, like each plot is not like the same like speed though. Like she said, she has multiple at the same time. So like I think each of them are just like sped up a little differently.
Yeah, no, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if she pays attention to One Piece or the author or anything, but I feel like the plot narrative of Unordinary is like One Piece, and in One Piece, every narrative that goes on is not, like you just said, not the same speed. Like this one narrative is like fast paced, quick, but then you get this other narrative that's like a real slow burner. But when you finally get to the firecracker, then motherfucker goes off.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, when all the narratives are said and done, it forms this giant cohesive unit, and you're like, wow, this was fucking amazing,
It splits off, and then things just start going at their own pace. You could be having 5 different lives, but at the end, they're all going and it converges back.
Yeah, like her story, this story narrative to me has a lot of verticality. It's not a linear storyline. You feel me?
Exactly. Well, that's really difficult to tell when you're not doing a motion picture.
Yeah,
mad difficult to tell.
But
I
for her
haven't asked that question, but I might ask it.
What's up, chat?
This guy right here literally answered his own question.
Wait.
Hey, y'all, can y'all shoot me the link for the Q&A, because I'm not actually seeing it.
Oh,
wait, Fox,
are you in the server?
Uru server?
Oh, yeah, I'm on there.
All right.
Okay, go to event rules.
Oh, okay, Julio's explaining.
And there will be a post.
Oh, wait, no, I lied. I left that server.
My guy.
No, but no offense, I love Uru-Chan and all that, but her server was like too loud for me, so I had to leave.
It's always popping.
You could have just muted that. You could have just muted that whole thing.
I
That's what I
don't get
did.
any notifications from it.
And that was muted mad quick.
Hey, y'all can quit talking about it and shoot me the link.
You're right about that.
Oh, you're right about that.
Nobody can invite people apparently, but here I got you. I found it. Like, I'm that guy. So
This man's deaf.
yeah.
Rules.
Man.
So there will be a post from Alexa Decade Man earlier today.
Yeah,
the quarantine event channel is now open. Click the Arlo. Click the Arlo.
Hey guys,
You said click the Arlo?
I gotta help my family with something. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Peace.
peace.
So like I was saying before, there's this guy named Resonating Dahlia. He answered his own question.
Oh, thank God, Digi's gone.
Man said, What happened?
Keep talking stuff.
Yeah, so like this guy right here answered his own question. He's like, was John always a cripple or did he have his ability since birth? When it literally says in the story, there's a late bloomer. I mean, he didn't have it since birth. He got it when he got it like during.
Where is Elaine?
Fuck Elaine. God.
Oh my God.
Elaine,
Yo, you're gonna be okay, man.
You're hurt. I know you're hurt, but calm down, man.
I'm gonna put Elaine in the master lock.
The master. That's like the master lock. What the heck?
Yeah, then I'm gonna make her tap out. Then I'm gonna win the match.
All right, question.
Jumps in ability growth, like what happened to Blake during his vigilante run, require a certain trigger, or does it happen naturally once your mastery of an ability reaches certain thresholds, or is it a bit of both? Blake has always been training in the background, but it wasn't shown because I wanted to focus more on John in 145. He could do 3 lasers. In 60, he could do 4, but triggers definitely help a little bit with ability growth, kind of like IRL in real life.
That's nice.
Okay, nice.
People like shoot. Why do you think all these shows keep doing fools like that? Because that mess work in real life, B.
They don't want no like long training arc.
Hold on, wait a minute. AJ, I think I'm stupid. You said click on the Arlo?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So where you at?
I'm still in event rules.
Okay, do you see the one that says the quarantine event channel is now open for people to start joining?
Yeah.
So there should be like a little Arlo going up, and as soon as you
The one that has the most.
yeah.
Who is this? Wait, okay, I just got something saying that I was approved.
Yeah, there you go.
Where is the channel for this?
Should be under
In
event
events.
rules, event April 2020.
John is not even.
I got it. I'm in here. All right.
I just got in there. Yeah.
Hello. Now everyone on my stream can see it too. How do I feel about Arlo? Arlo X Elaine? I don't agree with that, gamer.
Bro, what is with all this Elaine hate, dog?
Well, no.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because I know I'm gonna get blasted for it.
Not that I hate Elaine. I just
I can't.
No, it is that we just hate Elaine. That's why. There's no
Okay, no, that's just the fact of you hate a
I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna get blasted for it, like I always do.
You do good stuff, I give you props. You do trash stuff, you gotta get slapped. That's what it is. It's always gonna be like that. I'm not that with John. I'm like, yo, I like you. You be doing good stuff, but now you're over here. Now you're over here doing all this foolishness. I gotta slap you for that. Now come on, now. Hello? Get out of here.
John do Turf Wars in the future since he is a Shadow King if the director asked him to do it. No, that's a no. I'm gonna go straight up no on that
Uru
one.
is the only one typing right now.
I was gonna say something a minute ago.
Here's my problem with Elaine. Why I don't support that either. Because like, even though I don't like Arlo, he doesn't give a crap about Elaine. He doesn't care about her. She is lower than Ventus and Melee.
That's facts. Like she hasn't done anything to really grab his attention besides, or not even during the house fight. He was over here just talking to these people because she couldn't do nothing. Like, come on now.
Someone in chat said Elaine is an ordinary Ice Age baby.
All right, Uro. All right, hey Uro. Here are my questions. All right, one, at what age do people manifest their abilities? Age 2 to 4, or do they start as late as 6 to 8? How early are the first signs of ability? And number 2, tell us about your favorite cinnamon roll, Evie. How tall is she? What's their favorite things? Will Ventus and Millie be appearing in future chapters? Are they related? All right, first question is manifest probably around 5 to 6, but they are very weak. In the 1 range. Number 2, she's short, maybe like 5'2". She likes reading and just hanging out with friends. And number 3 is maybe in future chapters.
No, I feel like he should have expanded on the Millie and Ventus one. I'm like, because like they appeared in well, if you don't fast pass the latest chapter and all that junk. I'm like, I don't really care about that. I'm like, are they going to appear and are they going to have like a pivotal role?
Evie, Church of Evie. Evie Church, Evie Church. I'm weak.
I want to do that. Man, I'm gonna get learning stuff. Keep going though.
All right, here's another. Here's another one.
What are the chances of 2 unrelated people having the same ability? At Coastline, some abilities are more common than others. Rare ones have more functionality. X Hunter.
Example, Hunter.
Hunter.
So it's kind of like Blyke's ability is a little more common than Ison's because we also have Laser, which Uru did say Blyke's is more diverse than Laser, but it's still a very similar ability.
Mm-hmm. Someone in chat asked 3 best girls in Unordinary. I'm gonna answer this one. Claire is number 1.
Okay, y'all can get the fuck out. Y'all can get the fuck out of my face now.
Okay,
get the fuck out of my face now.
Let me be honest. Cecile is number 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
Cecile is number 1.
What's good, everybody?
Cecile is number 1. You know who just entered the best girl category? She just got introduced. That one chick that was talking to Eisen, like I used to respect y'all.
That's facts. Tell me
what was her name, Gina or something like that?
Have you ever
Gianna.
thought about anime adaptation? It's my dream.
She's number 2. And
that's
then
the next question.
Number 3, because I still got the pin of Sarah.
That fool came in with the heavy fat. That's that foolishness that I like.
Bro,
talking is crazy.
Bro, that was a hard check. That was like a hard check just now.
My fool came in that mess with the weight.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Gamer, have you ever thought about anime adaptation? It's my dream. How are you doing in life right now? Doing great. Hope you are too.
Bruh. Like
that name is fantastic, Gandalf the Grey. The game.
It is. It's awesome. I need someone to name themselves Frodo the Straight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my! Why are we like this?
How, I click on his name and it says no homo, school is bad. I'm like, what?
Why are we like this?
How is your name Gandalf the Grey? You say no homo? What's going on?
No, real talk. If you say no homo, it's very homo.
Nah.
Okay, the thing is, though, why did he say hello? Yo, what's his problem with school, man? You trying to be bad?
This slide.
I can't let this slide.
Cha-cha slide.
There's our Belize.
What size? You know what?
I just thought of my question actually because this is also something I wanted to know.
I want to know. I want someone to ask, like, are there mutations? Because I feel like you said Blake's ability is probably more common. I feel like you maybe have like a difference.
Fox, you ask. You got the power to.
Are there mutations? Are there mutations?
You got power to, Fox. Just ask.
No, that's why I have you people to do it. The fuck?
We're not your fucking peasants.
We are now.
Like, what am I?
You guys are.
You got me out here typing.
Hello? You trying to get this money. What you mean?
I'm about to say when Fox pays me.
So all you have to do is type a couple of words to get this money?
I'm about to say when Fox pays me, that's when I'm gonna do shit for him.
I was Fox didn't pay.
Pays you. I pay you in love. I love you. Do you not know what my thing says? Have you not read it? Have you not? You know how it said yokai slayer? Look, check it again. Read what it says. That should give you all the info that you need.
Oh, let me see it. Let me see this. Let me see this. Let me see this. Let me see this.
Read what it says. I want you to say it out loud. Say it with your chest, little nigga.
Say it with your chest.
The plug, baby Percy. What's that first part? Say the plug.
That's
Man.
right.
Discord ain't even working right for me right now.
Oh yeah. Also, if y'all want to come visit your boys' island and drop some goodies off on
The
Animal
plug.
Crossing, I'm open for that. The baby Percy's island is always open. Just like if you read my bulletin board, it says leave your weed at the door.
That's crazy.
Leave your weed at the.
Alright, but do we also
Okay.
need candy though? No edible.
Would John be able to copy invisibility from Terrence? Why wouldn't he? I feel like that's an obvious yes.
That's right. First off, I may be able to see him because his aura is activated.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
And I'm
or manipulation.
My man has to do it download, and it's over. Like, come on now.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Someone's asking the same question. How far ahead have you planned on ordinary story-wise? Have you already thought of any shit? I'm pretty sure you already answered that.
Here's my question right here.
Hello, Earl from All the Jokers. My question, I hope it's technically not spoilers, but more of a production one. But without telling us clearly, do you know what everyone's passive would be if they were a high tier, or have you not thought of it yet?
What inspired to make the series? Do you want to achieve something while writing? It was supposed to be a story that made fun of anime tropes. But it's
He's definitely done that, Bree.
But it's inspired by society in its form of social commentary. Through the story, I like readers to think about events from different perspectives.
Yo, what's up, Michael? Oh, yeah. Someone in the chat asked, could John copy a stand?
Elaine gang. Oh, God.
Hell no. No Elaine gang.
I'm hopping. I'm hopping off the map real quick.
But they're not here though.
I'm hopping off the map.
My man is tilted, bro.
Hold on,
I'm
wait.
hopping off the map.
Hey, Ty, did you still got the link for the tier list?
Yeah, I still got a link for tier list. I got it on me.
Is the new girl in the tier list?
No.
Okay, damn it.
Bro, she not
Awful doesn't even know her name.
Fox is only up to episode 175.
What? I'm weak. Get in here. Slap in the face.
Slap in the face, my guy.
Oh my god, Steph's got a question.
The newest chapter just came out yesterday.
Oh my god.
I might just put the same shit I posted earlier because he hasn't gotten to it yet.
Bro, wait your turn.
You and your turns. What are you talking about?
Raise your hand when you talking to me.
Okay, my mic. Shit.
Steph, you gotta consider how many questions are in there.
Because, like, the way it is, I don't know if she's picking and choosing, or she's like actually going in order.
She go in order, obviously.
I don't know.
I would have picked the choosers real talk. You see how many questions this person get? This is ridiculous.
They should slow this bitch down soon.
That's right.
The slow-mo's already enabled, actually.
Yeah, but it's only 8 minutes. She put that bitch to 10 or 20 minutes.
18 minutes, Steph. 18.
18.
It's not only 18 minutes. That's cap. When I typed in my question, I should said 8 minutes.
Back to what she said about making fun of anime tropes, I just immediately remembered that
Oh, they're my
that
favorite.
comic she did of Blake practicing the
Yeah.
Man, I wish I got the screenshot, bro. I wish I got the screenshot of that guy talking about like how big is Arlo's thing compared to John. I tried to get it, bro. I hit the screenshot button, and as soon as I clicked it, they hit the delete button on. I was like, God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
I can't let this slide.
They are all her favorite characters.
That's a lie. She's capping now. Now I know she's lying. Now I know she's lying.
Nah,
She definitely has characters she doesn't like.
has Cecile ever used her passive before? What is Cecile's passive?
We don't even know the name of her ability.
I thought we did get the name.
She got that
never
kinky
got the
shit.
name.
What do you mean? She got the kinky stuff.
Wait, yo, hold up. What are passes in ordinary? Like, what's name them? Like, what's going on? Give me the definition and give me an example. What's happening?
So passives are like for high tiers only. They've mastered their ability so much that it manifests without them needing to activate it. So Arlo, he is, I think it's called impenetrable. He can't be affected by normal hits. Remy can sense electrical currents. And John's aura.
Sticking, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, John got the orbit. Oh, okay, all right.
You know, now my question is, can you take a potion and boost your passives? You feel me? Like, can you extend them?
So like in an RPG, kind of.
Yeah, JRPG. And meanwhile, I am streaming, y'all. I am playing
Final Fantasy 7. Sorry.
Playing P. You playing P5 earlier, right?
I'm sorry.
That's what I thought.
Bro, Fox, when you get money, buy Final Fantasy 7. Actually, to all y'all, get Final Fantasy 7. That's gonna be one of the Game of the Year contenders right there.
That was the first time I ever played.
Bro, get off this game.
You can't.
Check out
Get
my
off
stream.
this game's wee, man.
Oh, all them 18 freaking chapters, bro.
Check out the Oculus Rift.
Oh, check out my stream, Ty.
Check out your stream. Oh, let me see
Just
this.
so you can see my screen.
See your screen.
Oh my gosh, bro. He has the Wii game on it, bro. Of course he does. Why he said you? Come on now.
No, look, y'all need to check out my stream. Like this, I'm ride or die like Persona right now. I got the mask.
Julio, you are the man. You are the man.
I got my Joker mask.
You are a real one.
This man is really on this
Fox,
game.
that's the wrong Joker for this stream.
No, Joker's always right. Oh, bro. Oh, to anyone that's been on the fence about Persona 5, get it, but don't watch the anime. It's a waste of time.
The anime's garbage. It's garbage.
It's
Really?
it's a piss poor rendition of the game. It's rushed. The animation is not as. And the thing is, the studio that did it, it's A1. They've done some bangers before, but when they do video game adaptation animes, they miss everything.
Are you surprised by some of the fan reactions to season 2, especially by those who are staunchly supportive of John's actions? Yo, I feel like someone trying to throw shade right there.
Hold on, wait a minute. Boy, that home is spitting.
He's spit.
I don't support.
I don't support it.
Action, but like I'm like. They kind of make sense.
It makes sense, but at the same time, it's just.
That's what I've been saying. I'm like, look,
It's
you
kind-
gotta condone what the boys been doing.
It's
I'm
kind of
just
going
doing
far,
it a
though.
better
Personally,
way.
it's kind of going far at this
But
point.
the thing is, though, I even though it breaks my heart, like y'all know me, I get emotional. Like John, like what
I get emotional.
What are you doing? You know, but I'm like, you know, it's a ball of fire, and you know, as human beings, we are naturally attracted to fire. So I'm like, yes, just
We're naturally attracted to fire.
I'm like, go if you're gonna go out, go big or go home. Like, go out in a ball of fucking glory.
Then
And like I said if y'all watch my content, you know I've already said this. I don't want happy endings. No happy endings.
Yeah, because Fox is sad ass me. That's cool.
I want this to end in death and destruction and misery and heartbreak.
Stara should perish.
damn.
No, Steph. I'm gonna one up you right now. You know what I want? This would be as cold as I can get right now. I want Serafina and John to get together. I want them to live together. I want Serafina to have this man's baby, and then John get X'd.
All right. So when I plan to graduate college, I would like to do webtoon as full-time career. My parents are a bit skeptical with my whole artistic career path, so I want to know: do full-time webtoon creators live comfortably financially? Okay, I can't
wondering about that. Honestly.
I can't resonate with this one. I can't honestly resonate with this one.
Oh yeah. Also, someone in chat asked Zuri in my chat said he asked, "Do you think Serafina could beat all the royals if she had her ability?" I'm gonna go yes.
All right.
I don't think.
I say
think
yes.
she's Straight up wash.
Yes,
I think
because she was able to break Arlo's barrier and rewind the damage it did to her.
Yeah, that's busted. Honestly, when you sit there and think about it, Serafina had to lose her ability. She just had to.
I don't know. You think she could take on all the worlds like John did at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. Cause
That time stop is busted.
Like, no, look at the competitors. Look at the competitors. You have Blake, you have Isaac, you have Remy, you have Arlo, you have Cecilia. I don't know. Then again, I don't know. Cecilia might not be looking.
You guys get one thing. You guys always forget one thing. Yeah, she has her ability, but she's not on the same level fighting wise as John is.
No, she's not. But the thing is,
She's almost there though, because John been training her.
Where he is martial arts wise.
The thing is, though, she was able to take on multiple people at once, and still was able to get away.
yeah, no. But here's the thing though. So like when I did my video for Who is Serafina, it was stated that before before she met John and she was still like on her straight A student stuff, she took down every single last person at not Wellston but Ogwin's lineup. She took them down by herself. On top of that, whenever she stops time and she hits someone, I think like the moment like doesn't stop. I think it's like she comes at you high speed and you get hit and you're like, oh, that tickled, but when that impact finally hits, it's like getting smacked by a damn truck. Cause
awesome. Left of the wall, stasis foolishness. She can hit you multiple times, and then unfreeze time, you just getting hit with all that body. Like, come on now.
Yeah, because there's also an example of this in like other anime. One Piece, I bring this up because there are a lot of abilities in One Piece. In One Piece, there's a character who has an ability. He's able to slow down time around people. He's able to slow down time, and what he'll do is he freezes you for 30 seconds, and he'll come up and he'll pound you like 30,000 times, but you won't feel it until the petrification beam wears off. And when all those blows hit at once, bro, it's like
Actually,
you might have thought he took a
Fox
full of barbells and just beat the fuck out of you.
Fox, I actually got a good example too. Fire Force show. Remember what he did to Shinwa when he did that time stop? One swing and just freaking bodied.
I'm not, but also step what I'm saying. I don't think she'll just be able to straight up wash them. I don't think that, but I think she can pull it off.
I'm heartbroken right now.
Honestly,
why?
I feel like we're overestimating her a little
What
bit.
type of tea does Vaughn drink? No problem. Earl Grey. Earl Grey is shit.
You know what tea is good? A green tea with some honey in it. I love that. Whenever
Y'all drink tea?
That's a very black thing to say. That's a very good answer.
That's a very black thing to say.
Like whenever I'm about to get strep throat and we got green tea, I drink green tea with honey and it works.
Bro, I hate talking about food checking. Oh my god. we went to this mess yesterday. Oh my goodness, bro. I just can't talk about food with you.
Savage, you said she doesn't need martial arts? No, she needs martial arts.
I gave Shaman PTSD about that,
As flags, you're an intimate top of sticking.
Bro, no, Shaman, I'm gonna need you to go follow food porn on Twitter. Go follow food porn on Twitter.
Okay, wait. Shaman, do you know what that is?
Wait, do I know what Earl Grey tea is? No, I don't sticking green tea on the daily. Heck, you thought this was.
Do you know what food porn is?
Yes, I do know what that is.
Okay.
There's a book about food porn. I might buy that book.
Okay, now I definitely gotta delete the stream now. Definitely gotta delete it.
Delete the stream. Food porn is not a bad book. It's just a dude describing delicious food. That's all it is.
No, it's just YouTube itself gonna freaking be on his BS with that shit.
They alright. Copper done ruined all that. I blame Copper.
I blame Copper.
I would blame Kappa.
I'm actually grateful for it now because now I can be ratchet.
No, I can't be ratchet.
Doc's secret to keeping himself sane. I don't think Doc is sane at the moment. I think Doc is just like John, a ticking time bomb. Only the thing with Doc is he's just gonna quit, not destroy everyone.
I don't think he's gonna quit. I think he would just beat the students up.
And then heal them up later.
Actually, he did smash Blake and Ison's head into each other and made them bleed.
He did. And they were bleeding profusely.
Profusely.
What you mean? What's it called? That man. What's it? That man. That man.
Wait a minute. Someone on my chat asked. They say, "What if Claire and Junie are half sisters?"
I can see that.
I mean, similar abilities and
Hair color?
Similar phenotypes. The Punnett Square, bro. Always trust the Punnett Square.
The Punnett Square. It doesn't work.
I was listening to Punnett Square about Animal Crossing about breeding flowers. That's crazy.
But like, they're all
But I'll say, Sky, you met me. You know, Punnett Square does not matter.
Hello? Listen.
You met me. The Punnett Square does not matter. Oh shit! Oh shit! Watch out! Watch out!
Biology, but I can still get you real quick. Hold on.
God! Yo! Whoa! Ah shit!
The reason I even got a B in that class was because I didn't do one of the projects. bro, I was scoring crazy on my test.
Hold on, wait a minute. Someone asked a good question. It says, does your power level or tier affect the kind of job you can aspire once
Yes, it does. It does.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Because like a lower tier is living different towns anyway.
Bro, they might as well be
They're not
in
even
like a
governed.
separate village. They're not even governed.
Bro, yes, bro. Memphis is an entire separate district.
Bro, this ain't gonna say from like 7 to 8. I see it extending.
My question is that, what do
All
you
these
It's
questions.
the wrong way, but like, bro, everybody who's watching, think about it think about it this way. If you've read Unordinary and you've like actually like thought it through, and you've read it properly, then you know the answer to most of these questions.
That's fine. Tell them again. If y'all actually use your mind,
But the thing is, I get it though, because there are some things I just read and I don't have like my brain turned off. It's like I'm just reading for the enjoyment.
They don't know what reading comprehension is.
Oh my, Steph, this is why you don't have that many subscribers, bruh. You be saying shit like that.
You think they sleep?
But because I ain't gonna say something. I just want to read a manga, and I don't want to have on suit and tie my analytic hat. But I'm not trying to be professor analyst out here. I just want to read and be.
But when you got that Monster Girl manual and watching NSPC reviewers, you had to check on like a freaking.
I'm not sound like a nerd real talk.
I like how we're an hour into this and like she's gotten through like not even 30 questions yet.
Oh my god.
What time does this end?
I don't know. Bro.
Supposedly
It's
8.
supposed to end in 5 minutes, but I think that's just when they're gonna cut off questions.
I'm gonna put my question again then.
I can bring it. I can pull up the real tier list.
Should I just put my question?
I already told you the tier list, bro.
Are people asking the same question twice in here?
I think so.
Possibly.
I think so, yeah.
But no. So wait, y'all. I'm gonna make a video about the status of the school right now. Cause that one girl, Gina, the last chapter really spoke to me.
Yana.
She was
That's
spitting.
facts.
She was spitting. She's
was
speaking
the
for the
reason-
people right now.
Her and Isaac's response was really the reason, bro. That's thinking.
Bro, I love what Isaac said. He was like, if I told you who the king was,
Would you believe me?
Would you follow him? I was like, yo.
like, wait a minute.
I was like, pause.
I was like, I don't think you want that can of worms yet, bro.
Yo, that hits, dog. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
That hits.
That was a highlight.
It started making sense though. He was like, "Why am I protecting?" Because either way it goes, I just get beat for it.
Exactly. My man gets
Okay.
bodied.
Okay, this is.
Last question right here. Good evening. I was wondering what age do people start developing and awakening their abilities,
we already
and
saw
late
this.
Yeah,
bloomers like
something
John
like that.
start.
She
But
already
she
said that
said she gave a different answer. Probably around 5 or 6. John didn't get his ability till middle school.
That's that's weird because she said it was high school last time we asked that question.
No, she it's a what's it called?
It's a retcon.
That's when his rank shot up.
You see more development.
I remember reading on about that because it was like it was in the second year of his high school that he got his power shot up.
I mean, she retconned it to middle school.
That drove me off a lot.
He powered up within he conquered New Boston in 2 years. Not in his second year, in 2 years. Will Doc have an important part further on? Probably.
I feel like he will.
Cause he's the only connection to Layla, bro. Come on now.
Will we see more development from characters from New Boston such as Claire? Yes.
I mean, only 3 people know John's real like identity, like before like the rest of the royals did.
Yeah. So wait, plot points that need to be covered before like the series is over. Period. Obviously, Ember. Obviously, the situation with just the school and all that, and the situation with Seraphina's.
I wonder what this headmaster doing right now. This man over here is just chilling and shit. I'm just
That man
like,
don't show up, bro. He doesn't give a shit.
I'm just
He
like,
loves John.
He loves John.
I'm like, what are you doing?
No, but you could tell he loved John when the first chapter of the season 2 kicked off, and he was like, "All right, now I'm gonna give you a slap on the wrist, but don't do it again."
I mean, yo, if we being dead ass, man,
Don't do it again, John. You silly.
if we being serious, John could probably whip the shit out of the principal.
I don't know, man.
No, I feel like the principal got something up his sleeve.
That thing for somebody.
Nah, bro. I feel like, bro, John go throw hands and let him know who's boss around here.
I feel like he'd throw hands and he'd probably get a few good blows, and he'd smirk and be like, "All right, now you."
I'm like, you thought it was sweet?
I feel like the principal and John got history. That's what I kind of feel like. They might.
Bro, if they do, that's gonna hit. I'm not.
That's a dad lover.
I've been saying over and over again. I got nothing to back this up, but I think no, not Willie. I think Vaughn is a 10.
Real talk.
Bro, I hope.
I agree.
If he's a 10, I'm like, yes, he needs to be. The way he be acting the Keon in them.
Listen, check it. I really do think that Vaughn is, Vaughn got this man in the school. Because my man was like, listen, this school needs John. Vaughn's the principal.
Oh,
That means the principal got John into the school, even while his weird record is
no, I
informing.
don't think he's a 10. I think he's just like, he's probably like a 8 point something or a 9.
Or he probably has some hacks.
And he probably has like a lot of money. So
What if this man got straight up conquerors hockey, bro, on some seriousness?
Facts.
What if he's like Knuckle Duster from My Hero Academia Vigilantes? He has no ability, but he knows how to handle you.
he could just be really strong, but he could also have really strong political background. That's what I'm saying.
So, real quick, another question. Just wondering something. Why are most of the abilities combat oriented? Are there abilities that are pretty useful and practical?
Okay, question period just closed.
Ah, dang. Guys, we never got to ask who her favorite Joker was.
We can just ask on the side. We got them connections.
Y'all should have did that mess mad long ago. Come
I
on now.
I mean I did ask and y'all was like, no, it wouldn't matter. Like I remember I asked. Y'all said no, it wouldn't matter.
That doesn't mean you can't ask. We don't got a thing for you.
Don't be a drone, Ty.
I'm not being a drone.
Lying ass kid.
I say, Seth, you can't be talking about shit.
Go in the corner.
Raise your hand when you talk.
Raise, but I'll say, pause for a second. Where's your permission slip at, Steph?
I'm the plug. I'm baby person.
Where your permission slip at, Steph? Last time I checked, you ain't have one. Last time I checked, you ain't have one right now.
My bad, when you said this is my streets, bro. Oh my
Your
God.
streets.
Hold on, wait a minute. Someone on the chat said something interesting. They said the low tiers work at the office, high tiers work in the government, and mid tiers do construction.
I
I can see that.
can see that honestly. Like,
Nah, I think it's
Because even during
I feel like the low tiers
should work in construction, yes, and mid tier should be sticking office.
Yeah.
well, no, that makes sense because during the whole Waldo thing, Waldo he was in an office full of other low tiers and mid tiers and everything, and that's what was going on, like with
When Crimson Jack went to low tier town, that's what was dealing with an office lady, yeah. But even still,
Man, I'll let you guys know life is a word.
Will we get more backstories of other characters this season? Yes. Cool. Bro, show me Black's backstory.
nah.
Show me Black's parents.
Show me his evolution, because I'm still tripping off his Super Saiyan moment. I put that little edit in that chapter.
when he had,
to go further beyond.
man, I just wanted the orange hair glow for that one, honestly.
Hashtag make Gohan great again.
Make Gohan great again.
No, bring back Stephanie Donnelly. Gohan will be fantastic
I'm
again.
tired of Gohan, bro. He's had too many chances.
Who do I like more? Is someone on the chat asked who do I like more, John or Aizen? I like John more, cause honestly,
Aizen now it's just
the way I see this honestly is like John was really even though he probably should, it would have been smarter to be like, I'm a mid tier, and it would have been like, okay, cool, whatever, you ain't worth nothing, we'll leave you alone instead of doing this. But I'm like, for the most part, John wanted to be left alone. He wanted to atone for what he did. That's how I'm taking it. He hasn't outright said this, but I'm like, I was minding my business. I was chilling with my best friend, my home girl, And then for some odd reason, you motherfuckers wanted to bring me back into the hierarchy. So you know what? I came back in, and now I broke it, and now all y'all crying, and now I'm losing my mind. My homegirl has left me. My dad is nowhere to be found. Y'all took my book that brought me some sanity, and you expect me not to go ape shit on you. Like, no, fuck that. I got the banana clip, and I swear,
Damn.
To understand though is that like I don't know why people are even asking about like an Aizen question because Aizen wasn't always like this. Beforehand, he was an asshole. He's only like this. He's only like this now because of what happened so far. This is not how he truly is.
That's facts. My man Aizen's really only second guessing him because he got flipping whacked, man.
Well,
he got whacked by everybody.
They act like this on a regular basis. They only act like this because they got murked and now they know.
And the funny thing is, everybody is like this. Elaine was like this. Sarah was like this. Arno was like this. Blake was like this. Yep. Everybody was like this, my man.
Hold on. I'm cutting Blake some slack. Because Blake was kind of like John in a way. He didn't care about John. But he was never actively bullying John. He saw John slap Remy, so he was like, "Bro, you don't fuck with my girl like that," and he attacked him. Clearly, I think
it's
anyone
smart
would do that. But I've said this before. Blake is the only character in Unordinary that tried to be John's friend without any influence from John or Unordinary. He saw how low tiers are being treated, and he was like, "This ain't right. Like John, like he needs a friend. I'm gonna try and be that friend." Blake wasn't afraid of John. He didn't care about John before. He felt bad about how he acted before. He wanted to try to be John's friend.
I think Blake
then everyone found out what John was like, and he was like, "Screw this! Like I don't care about him anymore." He's trying to steer clear of John. Like the other Royals, they're like, "How should we deal about John?" And like just like, screw him.
I'm not, because he's scared.
The only thing is, we can't really blame John for the way he acted toward Blake because all the Royals acted the same way. So how did he know that Blake was going to be different?
That's the same thing in real life. You talk all big and bad until somebody slaps you in your teeth, and then you don't start thinking some type of way.
Yeah. Well, so wait. So as far as like Aizen goes, this is how I feel. This kind of just came to me. I feel like Aizen represents how
why I'm simping? Why the fuck I'm simping?
Wait, hold on. No, yeah, I feel like Aizen represents not the normal people in Unordinary, but the normal people in the real world. Mainly for the fact that if you pay attention to Aizen's character, to me at least, Aizen tries his best to keep status quo. He doesn't really want to rock the boat, but he still has selfish motives and he wants to achieve in the world. Case in point being, the reason he started messing with John, he was like, this could be like a big scoop because he's on the newspaper, and at the time he was like the top reporter, and Cecile was still running the whole thing. Even though he runs the thing now, he didn't want to. He's just like, I want to rise through the ranks, but I want to keep I don't want the responsibility.
It was like dark.
Yeah.
Honestly, Aizen is like those guys like when you're in the train, when you're like in the subway train. And then somebody's getting like their ass beat or somebody doing some stupid shit in the corner and another person's involved and everybody just like doesn't even pay attention to him. He just turns their head because they want to stay clear.
Yeah, because he's like keep your head down and I won't interfere because
keep your head down and live your life, man.
Yeah, because that's
not my problem.
The way Aizen thinks is like, look, I could help, but then there's a possibility that I'm gonna get my ass beat too.
Exactly. There are consequences to all your actions.
But also at the same time, he's like, if I do help, I could get a reward for this. And who doesn't want a reward? You feel me? He's like, this.
That's fine. Tell him again.
I still say.
And it's not like Aizen is powerless. Aizen is, for the most part, Aizen's kind of good off. Like, he ain't getting the best treatment in the world like Arlo and all them, but he ain't getting the worst treatment in the world. He's somewhere. He's living in the middle. So So it's not too far fetched to think that someone that's a mid tier or whatever, or an elite would want like a little bit more of the pie. Like, can I get a little bit more sugar, sir? Can I get some more, sir?
Please, sir. I want some more.
Yeah, So, I mean, while Aizen's actions are heinous and kind of kickstarted this whole... Well, no, I can't really give him all the blame. Arlo and Aizen kickstarted this whole damn journey.
That's right.
Nah, it was a mix of... It was like 4 people that started this shit.
There's multiple factors to it.
Fault here. it's multiple factors that came into play.
But the biggest contributors.
The biggest one is Arlo.
Elaine, Arlo.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Elaine only did one thing. Arlo did a lot of foolishness.
Arlo was the one that kicked the rest of the stuff
Arlo
off.
was really the one who set it in motion.
That's facts. Like Elaine was a smart. I mean, Eisen and Arlo was the fuel.
I feel like we had a conversation about this before previously. I feel like we had a conversation about this.
I'm just saying though, Elaine was always a bit. This was shown. She was never a good character.
No, she wasn't. She was never a good person at all.
This was shown when she first met John. That she asked him what was that she found out he was a cripple, and she was like, "Ew, I can't believe I'm wasting my time on you."
Yeah.
Bro, because you think about how society actually is in this world.
Try to justify it.
No, I'm actually justifying it from what we see in the series. The way the society is, they treat low tiers and cripples like garbage.
Everybody's a trash person. Because literally, right there. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on now. So you should. So what's it called? You should hate everybody now.
I don't.
And you don't? Or like, do you not?
I do. I said who says I don't hate
That's cap. That's cap.
Half of the characters I don't even like.
Okay, that's fine. Half the characters you don't even
But I'm saying,
remember.
all I literally was just saying is, with the way society is, of course, cripples and low tiers are gonna get treated like shit. I expected it.
Bro, I'm with John on this. He's like, yo, all of you guys are trash. He even says it to the low tiers, because the low tiers do when they're in position of power too.
Exactly.
When was the last time we had seen a low tier in position of power?
Just like
Waldo and the trumpet man.
Without power boost.
Just now.
The Jokers. The fake Jokers running around.
I
Man,
feel
Tom,
like
what you doing, bro? You getting caught slipping.
I'm not even slipping. Actually, let me rephrase that. Relevant. Really relevant.
I still say Eisen was never helping John.
Yeah, he
He
never.
was just trying to cover his own ass.
That's fine.
Because like this last chapter, he was like, "Why am I helping him? Like, why am I keeping secrets from him? I don't want to help John." It's like, bitch, you were never helping.
You were never helping him to begin with.
What's the problem?
You're trying to save your own ass.
You helping John would have actually been talking to him about the struggle of low tiers, like you tricked him into thinking you were doing. That would have been helping John.
No, in Eisen's mind, this is why I feel like he's. Eisen felt like he was helping him. You remember when the whole hunt for Seraphina thing was going on because he had a flashback to it. He was like, when Eisen's like, hold on, wait a minute, I know who you're looking for, and John just, kicked him in the jaw.
He didn't deserve that. I'm gonna say that. That was the one time he genuinely tried to help John.
No, that was the one time he didn't try to help him, because if he didn't help him, he was gonna get beat anyway.
Yeah, he still deserved that shit. He only said that because he didn't want to get his ass beat.
Exactly.
No, what I'm saying, I feel like that's why he's kind of justifying, like, I'm helping him, and then he flashback to that.
Yeah.
He didn't try to be genuinely nice to him. He just did this to cover himself. I think a lot of people mix that shit up. Like he was trying to be nice the whole time. He's just trying to cover his own tracks.
Like, if he really wanted to help him at one point in time, I mean, would have actively went out to seek John. No, I mean, I was literally walking, and then sticking, what's it called, Western High Noon. Man, John showed up, I said, hold up, wait, before you do me, I can do, nah, I was over. Come on now.
Well, then again, John was being up in the boys' dorm too. Like, outside the boys' dorm. And who was the first person that tried to help him? Eisen.
He only did that so he didn't.
We didn't remember what happened a chapter beforehand. My man found out his rank. I first said,
You gotta remember this. Everything that Eisen has done, he hasn't done this out of being nice, or he didn't save John because he wanted to be nice. He saved John so nothing bad happens to the school.
Yeah, because he knew. He read his report and he saw what his temperament actually is. And also, before he saw that, he was already gradually seeing the change. Because before he saw what his ability actually was and all that junk, he was like something's really off about John right now. And this is about the point in time when John stopped using the hair gel.
The hair gel.
I hope we never see that John again.
I hope we never see him again. That goofy boy.
I hate that gel, man.
Can we go back to a time where John wasn't acting like this?
No, but I want to talk about.
That's what we have his dad for. Hello.
You guys can't say nothing about Remy. She genuinely helped John. This is coming from one of my comments.
She tried to help John.
She tried to help John, but it was too late. And at the same time, like at that point in time, she could have her going to John. And honestly, her timing was terrible because of the timing. Somebody could easily say, "Oh no, she's only trying to help him because her mess is being threatened now." That's the bad thing. It all comes down to timing. It all comes down to timing. Timing most of the time is what people use to determine intent.
It's also true though. She didn't give a shit what was happening until her friends got involved.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that either.
Not only was it timing with Remy, she was also still incredibly naive and still is very naive.
That was my whole thing. Like I said, I like Remy, but she was naive. She's innocent, but she's still naive. And I know a lot of people get naivety and innocence crossed, which is they're two separate things. But for the most part, it's her naivety that got the better of her.
The way that I look at it, I feel like the only like truly like unknowing character was Blake.
Yeah,
that's how I feel was the only person who was really left out of this but got involved anyway.
I feel like by the end of this, the person that's going to be probably have the most growth is going to be Blake. If you pay attention to how the story is now,
I can see that.
I think this could either be Blake or Arlo, to be honest.
I feel like if Blake becomes
there's a scribe thing.
Blake is going to be like the last man standing. If that
whatever people say, like whatever people say, Arlo is a good character. Like I'm not saying good as in like a good person.
Like written rise, yes.
He's a very deep character. John's a very deep character. Blake is a very deep character. Aldo's a very deep character. Sarah hasn't had enough screen time to become a deep character.
She's working her way up to become a deep character.
She's working her way to becoming a deep character, but it's not there right now.
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. So someone in my chat, they asked, do you think John would have still became Joker even if him and Sarah... Do you think John still would have became Joker even if him and Seraphina never became friends?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think he would have became Joker, but I definitely would have thought he would have started beating people up.
Yeah.
And then would have just popped
it. I'm saying no, because even before John and Sarah were friends, he still was getting the shit kicked out of him, but he got the shit kicked out of him by Sarah, the strongest person in the class. And he was just like, I'm a cripple. What can you do to me to make my life any worse?
Beat the shit out of you.
Linchpin is the book. The book is really what kept him saying.
I feel like this would have really like if this the way that it would have worked out if like she wasn't his friend. This is what I think would have happened. Like he would probably kept the book, or like it would have been put in a situation like this. Somebody would have found the book, or like when he's getting dragged back into the hierarchy, this shit keeps like terrorizing his life. Since he doesn't have any real mental connections with anybody, I feel like, he probably wouldn't have a reason to hide who he is, or hide who he is, but he's still gonna beat the shit out of people.
Exactly.
Hold on, wait a minute. Would y'all say that John has some sort of like Stockholm syndrome when it comes to his relationship with Sarah?
Stockholm syndrome is when you is like when you fall in love with the person who kidnaps you.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying like a form of it. Yeah, I get it. Like
in a form of it, kind of.
Yeah, because
it doesn't really add up.
Nah, I don't think it's Stockholm syndrome. It's a different type of thing. It's more like Sarah's kind of like that one thing that keeps him
she's that one thing that drowns him.
Yeah,
she's that one thing that drowns.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because like in Stockholm patients, even though like the person that abused you did all those terrible things, you still have a codependency on that, even though it's just like terrible. And I'm not saying like his relationship with Seraphina is bad. It's nothing but that. It was good, but because he is now losing it on top of everything else that happens, not just one thing.
The thing is,
like he doesn't know. He really just does, because his whole thing is like, his whole thing is like, I'm doing this so Sarah can be protected. And there's other things in there too, but he says that's the main line of reasoning that he's doing all of this.
Would you guys look at it this way? I just thought about this. If you think about it, like from a certain angle, Sarah's kind of a replacement for Claire.
It really is.
Really?
You know what? Hold on, wait a minute, Steph. You spitting. Keep talking. You spitting right now. I like this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like she's literally like a replacement for Claire.
Because it just hit me, because because he didn't say Sarah, how dare you talk to me? He said Claire, how dare you? I'm like, wait a minute.
Like, she's literally the replacement. Like, anybody could say what they want, but like, this is literally true.
Yeah, it is. Hold on, wait a minute, Steph. I'm gonna need you on. We gonna need to do a video. I'm gonna need you.
Oh, here we go.
So, Uru-Chan, do you wear socks when you go to bed or no socks?
I don't
no
wear socks,
but
no.
I've tried.
No socks.
And it makes no difference to me.
Yeah, exactly. No, I can't wear socks when I go to bed. No.
I can't either. I'm like, it doesn't feel right.
I can only like fall asleep like napping with socks on. I can never like sleep for a full like 8 hours with socks on. No.
My fiance goes to bed with socks on every night, and I don't.
That must
see
be weird as fuck.
So, like if I'm like dead tired and I'm still in my clothes and I just lie down and pass out, I'll fall asleep in full clothes. But like as soon as I wake back up and I'm like get ready for bed, actual bed, I'm just like, get off me.
I feel you. No way. So, okay. Also, so someone in my chat asked, they said, do you think John will get to a point where he could use previous copied abilities without having to copy them again?
Potentially.
No.
I'm gonna say it's open, but I hope it doesn't because that's broken.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying no because there could have been multiple chances where you could use like past abilities, but we haven't seen them.
Is you know, John is probably like he's not complete. Like sure, John probably has mastery like in a way over his ability, but I don't think he's unlocked everything that comes with his ability.
Wait,
that kind of goes back to. That's kind of go back to our slot idea.
He's already a god tier.
Is he though?
He is.
Yeah.
He's.
Yes.
What's the proof at? Is the proof just that fact that he's just bodying his high tier friends?
It's his rank.
Because his rank was a 7.0 beforehand.
Yeah.
And as far as with the way abilities go, it can increase without them necessarily training, but at a slow rate.
Because you're considered god tier once you hit 6.0.
6.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where Arlo is right now, 6.0. And Seraphine has 8 and John is 7.
John was 7. We don't know what he is now.
Yeah, true.
There's a question in my comments.
Because like that whole like, did he go 2 years or 1 year without using ability? Period.
1 year.
I feel like that makes a big difference in his ranking, dog. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like he got weaker from it, but I feel like
he either is rusty or that man was training and got even higher.
Because people are going back to the card game.
Say physical training can also help improve your ability.
Yeah,
and he did train every day. He did physical.
Yeah, he literally trains every single day. You gotta think about it this way: when he fought with Arlo, we didn't see any rust at all. He copied everybody's ability and combined them bitches like it was yesterday that he learned how to do this.
True, and I'm pretty sure that's the only time he's ever seen Ventus and Millie's abilities like that.
Like, but it's also like,
full force.
But we also got to think about it this way. So like, I don't think his ability ever like decreased because you remember early in the webtoon, because like you know if their abilities decrease, wouldn't that also mean like they lose their passive because they're no longer going to be a high tier?
I don't know.
Because if it works the way that we think it does, then he wouldn't have been able to sense the invisible guy.
Honestly, there was this discussion on my comment section. Y'all know about that, but I'm gonna be real. I say his ability is between a 7.0 and 7.9, just because of the simple fact that Earl said the chart is so accurate. So within what we got so far, like with how many fights he's been in, like the origin scene in general, I say at least a 7.6. At least.
Kind of.
Wait, what did you say?
I said his ability at least a 7.6. That's including the training. That's including everything that happened in the series so far.
It's probably
except the Joker. Except the Joker bit.
His ability on a regular basis since he started. Since like you know the whole like fighting Arlo thing happened.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a 7.6, I'm not mad at it. If it dropped any lower, if his ability 7.0, I'd kind of have a little bit of an issue with it.
Personally, I feel like he's probably above 8 at the moment, just because. So since his ability can rise with physical training, that means he definitely didn't lose any levels, and he was like he's already been like doing physical training, and now he's using his ability on top of physical training. I'm just saying, man.
He's flexing both muscles.
I feel like it does. I feel like it's not growing that fast.
Yeah, I don't think it's growing.
What do you mean?
like last time I checked, his potential and mastery. So he has high potential, and we know his mastery is somewhere along the lines of like an 8 or 9.
His mastery is through the roof.
Yeah,
I thought his mastery was a 10.
I think his mastery is definitely a 10, just because
Well,
he's
10.
able to copy. Just from the way that.
So then it comes down to potential then.
Because like he just, I think what we're thinking about is like, you know, he's probably mastered his ability, but he hasn't unlocked everything that comes with his ability.
Oh, actually, yeah. Not only that, not only is he able to copy other abilities. Let's not forget he also has the multiplier in one stat.
Yeah, the multiplier makes a difference. I feel like any ability he gets, unless it's just completely useless. Like who was that one person whose ability is it in Evie's ability to just make flashlights?
Yeah,
she can like illuminate. She can illuminate her hands.
Yeah, I feel like the best John. I feel like if John copied it, the best he can probably do is make like a solar flare.
I was just about to say some mess like that.
Hey, so this is an interesting question right here.
Gotcha.
A question of mine has been this: with John's father being a cripple and John himself having a power, the powers are somewhat hereditary. Does this mean John's mother was capable of using aura manipulation or had an even stronger ability? Or is John the only one in his family with an ability? Or is it completely random if someone is born with a power? Note, I don't expect an answer for each question. I'm just rambling with the others as I have plenty of theories. You are right. Powers are hereditary. There's little to no chance that abilities are random.
So his mom probably did have aura manipulation. If not, then probably grandmother.
I was kind of hoping it's gonna be like, you know how some people can get they can get a virus, but they don't have the effects of just like a carrier or whatever. I was kind of hoping like his dad was like, yeah, his dad's a cripple, but like he still had like the genome for an ability, and it just and also I'm still cool with the fact that his mother was either a god tier or just her ability was just off the charts and all that junk. And John just kind of got the best of like both worlds. Like you got a strong ability mother, and then your father is a carrier, but the gene he's carrying was like of high ability passed. He just didn't get it passed down from his family. I don't know, something like that.
He just skipped a generation.
I think what makes John truly like a huge threat is not that it's just his ability, because I think it's the fact that he can actually fight. Because if you look at the way he uses his ability, he doesn't just use the ability to use it. He fights them, and then like if he has to use their ability, he does. Because he was throwing hands with Blake, and then he forced Blake to use his ability.
It's the fact that Tyler would understand is he's not the embodiment of his ability. His ability is.
I see what you did there, Shaman.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Because the thing is like you said, Shame, it's an extension of his ability, but also like Steph said, he was throwing straight hands with Blake. Blake was like, I can't use my ability because if he does, it's game over. But he forced his hand. He's like, if I don't use it, I'm gonna get beat. You still got beat regardless.
You're still gonna get your ass whooped regardless. But at least go out with like a fighting chance.
Yeah, like the way that you have to look at it is John is not using his ability to beat people. So like, no, wait, my bad. Everybody's using their ability to beat John. Like nobody can fight him without using their ability. If you've looked at it, like everything that's happened so far.
The only thing that was effective against John was hitting him.
Hey, we actually got 2 questions on my stream. First one is from Dragon Master. Is like, who do you guys think will be the hero on Unordinary?
I don't think there's a hero.
I don't think there's a hero. I think there's heroes. Like, I just think it's just more like there's a protagonist and there's other people.
Yeah. So,
I'm right.
This is what I think a lot of people mix it up that like John is a hero. He's not a hero and he's not an antagonist. He's the anti-hero. He doesn't do things to be good and he doesn't do these things to be bad.
Then the next question is, would Sarah basically have 2 abilities since she can freeze time and other things?
What other things can she do?
We don't know. We don't really know about it yet. As far as we know,
she has time manipulation. So if they're like wondering, like she can freeze people and heal herself, both of those are an extension of her own ability.
Yeah, that's still
time based. It's still time based. But we haven't seen Seraphina's father yet, so we don't know yet. We don't know if there could possibly be a possibility of mutations or like, like all that type of stuff. So as far as we know right now, it's just time manipulation.
If Uru-Chan says that you can have 2 abilities, I think the way that but like, I mean, if you can have 2 abilities, then obviously you can get from both parents. But if you can't, I think the way it would work is that like you get the more dominant gene ability.
Yeah.
Bro, freaking Shoto Todoroki starts going to Wellston next season.
I'm with it.
I can get with it. I can get with it.
Are shipped.
I'm just saying because like having two abilities.
Okay, more questions.
We just get a character like.
Hold on, wait. Someone on my stream asked. They said if John can't copy powers he can't see, would he be able to defeat Sarah if she gets her powers back?
Okay, so
I remember we had a conversation about this. It comes down to aura manipulation.
All right, so I'm just gonna put it out there. So John's ability is blatantly called aura manipulation. From the way that we've seen so far, it's just thought of that like he can't copy abilities that he doesn't see. But because of the name is aura manipulation, and like judging from the past events where he was able to like sense that invisible dude or whatever, I don't even give a shit what his name is.
It's probably Terrence.
A lot of people think that he couldn't copy Junie's ability, but like a lot of people also got to realize that he didn't have to. She can only see a second into the future, but that doesn't mean she could dodge what he's doing.
Yeah, it's the same thing like Rock Lee and Sasuke's like I can see your next move, but okay, if you can't get out the way fast enough,
you're gonna get clapped.
Well, no, also, we were talking about this the other day, Steph. If there's no physical feedback, then how does that explain Hunter?
Yeah,
because
so like,
with Hunter, there's not really any physical feedback. It just powers up like, and we see his aura. But we see plenty of other auras with other abilities like Sarah's.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So like, I think the way that I'm gonna assume that it works. I'm not saying this is 100%, but the way that it looks like it's gonna work based off the name of his ability and just like what we've seen, especially since he's able to copy Aizen's ability, I think it works by like, you know, he can sense that they've like activated their ability, whether that be by like, you know, seeing that they're using it, or like their eyes, or like he just senses aura around him, because like if they're within
hold on, I'm sorry, but no, yeah, he can. So the best way to prove this is, do y'all remember that scene when Cecile and John were in that classroom?
Yeah, that's another one.
John was like, Cecile was talking. She was like, "You need to reveal yourself," and he was like, "Hold up and shut up." He was like, "She's like, what's wrong?" He used her ability because he sensed Aizen behind the wall. I think it's about the best proof you can get. Aizen was on the other side of a concrete wall. John sensed him there through his ability being activated, and then he used Cecile's ability to tie him up. Was like, "What's good? Why are you here, homie?" Yeah,
literally, I feel like he doesn't need to see them use it. He just has to feel that they use it. The name is. I feel like if Uru-Chan really wanted to be like strictly copy ability, that means like he has to see it happen. Yeah, that's just the way it works.
She gave him a lot of wiggle room. Now the only thing, like I said, someone earlier, I commented on this earlier stream, but I muted myself so y'all could talk. But I don't know if John has to be within a certain range of copy ability. Like I said, because someone was asking, could John copy Terrence's ability, which is invisibility? I was like, yeah, if Terrence is there and he activates it, whether he's invisible or not, John can see that sucker and be like, okay, someone's here. I'm gonna take it if I want it. But I don't know if Terrence could be like half a block away and turn it on, and he'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute! I feel a disturbance in the aura sphere." You feel me? Like someone's down.
There's a disturbance in the aura.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just gotta remember, like, just because
there's a disturbance with Ruby.
I think that like just because John doesn't copy somebody's ability doesn't mean he can't do it. I feel like you gotta think of it from this way: fighting is a tactic. You learn how to fight. You don't need to just take everything because you want it. Just because you see 100 guns on the table doesn't mean you're gonna be able to fit all 100 guns on you.
Yeah,
you won't be able to use all of them.
You take the strongest one.
The feature about him is the fact that his ability is potent as it is. Also on top of his martial arts skills, but the fact that he's able to make snapshot decisions in the blink of an eye when he just got 2 new abilities he ain't never seen a day in his life, and use them more effectively than a person who's had this since they were 5 or 6 years old and can trump you in every sort of way. That's scary.
That's mad facts.
Yeah, he's just a fighting genius, to be honest.
He's Natsu from Fairy Tail, but smarter.
He's Luffy, but smarter.
But the way I classify John is, I still love what Steph said. I really hate that I didn't come up with it. I love the fact that Steph said that he feels like John's abilities are like slots. Like the more powerful an ability, like the less slots, the more slots get used up. But the less powerful it is, he can take up more slots. I love that. I feel like, like if he copies two high tier abilities, then that's it. But I feel like he maybe copied like four or 3. like low tier abilities, and and like you said, there's that multiplier. The multiplier is also a big factor. It's multiplied times 2, right?
No,
Yeah,
1.5, I think.
1.5. 1.5.
Yeah, the way that I also see it is like, we don't know that is 100%, that slots. He could have just like not wanted to, like during that fight with all the worlds, he probably just didn't need to copy Arlo's ability. He didn't want to. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
But I think using Arlo ability probably would have made the fight, granted, a little bit slower, but technical wise, probably would have been more smart.
Yeah, actually, I like what Julio said. Like he's like Luffy, because there's the thing with Luffy. Whenever he fights, he uses what he needs. He doesn't take anything more or anything less. He uses what he has to do that he knows take you down.
When he fought Cracker, and he
spoilers
all
for people that haven't seen it.
Bro, no, that happened years ago. Okay,
like the way it works, it's kind of like how we do it in Pokemon when we're like building teams. It's about like it's about it's called role compression when we're building teams, because no like combination of 6 is gonna beat all like 700 or whatever Pokemon are in the tier. We just use what's the most useful.
Hey, shout out to my fiance. She just brought me food.
Yeah. What up?
Shout out.
But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, we got some more. We got 3 more questions for now. Hey Uru, just a random question. How do you feel about multiple fan dubs of your webtoon and the outbreak of fan dubs of other webtoons? Do you support them? Also, out of all the ones you've seen, do you have a favorite?
That's a loaded question. If I was her, I wouldn't.
Shout out to Voicing the Unordinary. Their fan dub. Much love.
Shout out to none of the fan dubs, because I'm not voicing John in any of them. Anyway, I always, it's a huge honor when I see a fan dub. Nice to know people are willing to put time into something I created. I support all of them. Then, hi Uru, I hope you're staying safe, doing well. I was wondering, what are some of John's hobbies and interests other than bubble tea and exercising? Does he like Dragon Ball? Thanks, you too. John likes playing poker, just chilling out and doing nothing. I'm sure he would like Dragon Ball. Are we going to see more of New Boston in the future? For example, are we going to see more characters? Thank you for answering these questions. Yes, we are.
Hey, someone in my chat asked,
be right back
is
for a
the
sec.
Doctor a simp or a Chad for Uru?
He's a Chad.
For Seraphina's sister. I'm like, he's a Chad.
That's hella Chad.
He's a Chad.
He's a Chad. He's going out with her. What are you talking about?
Here's the thing about Doc. Here's the thing about Doc. When he's talking with Keen, he just like, oh hell yeah, dude, like she's hot, like she's fine, she's a high tier. But when he's talking with Layla, like when they were on their date, he wasn't like bending over backwards for her. He was just like, he was getting flustered and everything. And he was just like,
thing though, even if he was, he wouldn't be a simp, because the whole thing is simp is simping for a woman that brings nothing to the table. Layla brings nothing to the table. She's a genius.
mediocre pussy.
Hey, I'll be right back for like 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. So like either way it goes, he can't be a simp, because that'd also be like insulting Layla, because it's not like she's not just a pretty face. She's a doctor. She does things. She does research.
Research.
Yo, Fox, did you ever ask a question?
No, I did not.
Shameless plug right here, guys. Check out Fox Research Corner, Interspecies Review. More is coming. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Those 2 strikes on my channel killed my drive, but I'm back now.
Yeah, Fox, we definitely do have to do a video though, talking about.
You have more than one ending / have various plot branches developed for the in-story time frame, or has the general plot been set in stone? General plot has been set in stone.
Okay. So wait. So before you read the next one, I know I've already told y'all how I want it to end, but do y'all want a concise ending, or would you prefer an ambiguous ending?
What do you mean?
So like an ambiguous would be like kind of like one, you know how like some movies end, but they don't really give you like an ending. They kind of like the director kind of leaves it up to you, for, like to put like your own head count on it. Or do you want it to be like, no, like this is it. This is how it ended. This is what they're doing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't want no Naruto shit happening, bro. None of that. I don't want none of that. I want something solid. I don't want no goofy shit going on. I don't want to be like, yo, bro. I don't want to get into no conversation with no retard talking about, nah, bro, this is what's gonna happen, and then they say some stupid shit, and then I have to let them know that life isn't what it seems.
Okay. So straight up, here's a question I have. Do you guys want to see everyone's kids?
I don't care about that too much. I just care about right now. Like, sure, it'd be nice to know who gets paired with who, but
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm like, I feel like I do, but I want to see it like in a snapshot. Like, hey, like take like
kind of like the original,
like a
kind of like
B-roll.
the ending to Naruto before Boruto was a thing.
Yeah, like just show me what they look like and who's who, and then just leave it at that. Don't expand upon it any further. I'm not saying she couldn't write a good story at that point, but from what I've seen, it's generally not a good idea.
Yeah, at that point, it would feel like she's probably like milking the series, and I don't think that's a good idea.
No, yeah, because like that's even though like I hate to see series end, but when it ends when it's supposed to, it's like the most satisfying feeling ever.
Yeah.
So, hi Uru, hope you're doing well. How many episodes / seasons will there be? Will the series be, or are you just letting the series just go at its own pace? There will probably be 300 plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already halfway there. Over halfway there.
Yeah.
Hey, Uru, hope you're doing good. I don't think anyone asked this yet, but what's your favorite episode of Untitled so far? As in, which one are you most proud of making? I hope you're well. My favorite episodes, aside from the season finale, are 112 and 105. Okay. Which ones were those again?
I'll remember.
112.
105. Oh, I have the webtoon thing open. What the fuck is this open?
Hold on, wait a minute. Someone in my chat asked if you were in Unordinary and you had to. If someone said if you were in Unordinary but you're a mid tier, what would your ability be? So you're a mid. So you're only a mid tier.
Okay, so real quick, 112 was the episode where he beat up the crap out of Junie.
Yep.
And then 105 was
the woman of culture.
John passed.
Oh, nice. So she's a woman of culture, I see.
Yep. She loves abusing Junie, just like the rest of us.
I like abusing.
Bruh, like I think that was like my breakout episode. Like I did like 2 chapters of reactions before that chapter, and then I dropped that one. That one I think is what put me like on the radar for like Unordinary reactions.
Those were fast chapters for me. Hella.
I'm always advocating for my boy Jay. Y'all always make sure y'all check him out. Well, someone said John's ability does not have a speed, strength, defense, and recovery. Think about it. These 4 missing stats can, to me, wait, does it say confide? Confide that John only needs 4 abilities.
Okay, so the way that his ability works is that it's always going to be 10 trick, and the rest of it is up to the person's ability he's copying, and then he amplifies it.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. He's never gonna have an ability. He's never gonna have like a number into those abilities. It's always just
on his own, like just his ability on its own is just 10 in trick, and that's it.
Because his ability is just others' abilities plus the amplification.
Yeah, so like if he has like make it simple, if he copies someone that has high defense, like they have like a 5 defense multiplied by 1.5, and that's the defense John now has when he's copied that ability.
Bro, freaking what? What if there were no limits? What 4 other abilities would John need to max out all stats? Because clearly with Arlo, he's got max defense.
Arlo max defense, Remy max speed. I'd probably say what's that one chick's name? Her ability was called Clobber. I feel like that would.
I think her ability is low-key trash. I feel like Aizen's ability is definitely stronger.
Well, I don't know where to put it because Aizen's the thing is like he gets an overall like little bit stat boost from
he's a jack.
locking on.
He's a jack of all trades. No pun intended.
Yeah, so I don't. I'm not saying he wouldn't max out a stat. I just don't know which stat it would max out.
You know who I think would definitely work really well in his arsenal? Zeke.
Yeah,
because he has the offensive and defensive form.
That's true.
Yeah, he does, and he'd use that against Remy, and it was pretty effective.
I think the best combination would probably be Zeke plus Arlo, and then can we count Seraphina in this, or we're not counting Seraphina into this?
I don't know. Let's just say no. Do both. Do both.
All right. If we can count Seraphina, then she would definitely go into it. But if we're not, then I think we have to put somebody with a healing ability. So we would definitely. No, I don't think Claire. Like
Her ability
Elaine.
seems pretty good. She's pretty good at her ability.
I think Elaine would probably work, but he doesn't need a healing. Yeah, I think Elaine would work. Then
Wait, my fault. I said Claire. Claire's ability is clairvoyance. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, that's why I said Elaine.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, so it'd be like Arlo, Elaine, what's his name? Fucking Zeke. So he said 4, right?
Well, they said 4. That's because he only had because you have trick. You have what is it? Trick,
Power,
trick, strength?
speed, trick, recovery, defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be Zeke and Arlo, Elaine, and then I would probably say either Remy or Blake.
Zeke actually wouldn't max out power or defense. It would get him about a 7 or 7.
Then I guess we could just go with Remy because we would have Remy on top of Zeke, and then we would have Arlo for max defense, and then on top of amplification.
All right, I'm back. How much did I miss?
I'm
just talking, really.
Yeah. Oh wait, so someone on my chat, Dragon Man, he said, if Sarah meets Claire, do you think that Claire would help Sarah deal with John?
Probably.
I feel like she is. I feel like that's coming up. I feel like that's the whole point of going to find her.
Yeah, I think.
Let me see all these questions.
I think the way it's just gonna go down is that they're just gonna like talk to each other about what they know, about what she knows about John.
But she can't sugarcoat it. She can't try to paint herself as the pure victim. She needs to tell like the straight up like truth. Like, yeah, like back in middle school, I tried to blah, and this is what happened. But since you're dealing with it now, this is what you should do. That would probably help. That's what I want. That's what I want from that conversation. Like, I'm tired of people painting themselves as the victim because Arlo did that shit when he was talking to Sarah.
Sorry about that, guys. I was looking up stuff and an ad popped up.
All
so
right.
Sorry about that noise.
I didn't hear no noise.
All right.
that was for my stream.
Oh.
I got a question on mine. It was like,
Okay.
You think John can copy an ability higher than him? I mean, he's about a 7, so he could copy an 8 or a 10. All right, you already did.
It's possible.
I'm
don't know because we don't know yet though because we haven't seen him try to.
I'm just going through the questions I got. Do you think there will end up being a happy or beneficial ending for all? And
Maybe.
do you think Eisen will end up getting ratted out by John or getting his ass beat?
Arlo's who? Wait, who?
Eisen.
Eisen? Of course, Eisen's gonna get his ass clapped.
Yep.
I got the Sharingan. I know what happens, so I'm not gonna answer that question.
But
All right.
I'm gonna deactivate the Mangekyo. Deactivate.
Bro, just the way that shit going, he got his ass beat twice or 3 times. I don't know.
I thought it was 3 times.
It's 3.
Oh, it's been 3 times. Well, he's gonna get his ass beat for a 4th time.
Does that fight against? Does that time John kicked him with Cecile there? Does that count? I don't think that counts.
I think
It kind of does.
Because it's hilarious.
So like he's been beaten up twice so far.
He's been bullied. That's the word for it.
Oh wait, Zuri on my chat asked. He said, "Do you think John will start depending on Cecile even more now that he's lost Sarah?"
No.
I feel like he's going to. I feel like he's going to break Cecile. Like he's going to break her patience.
I don't think he's never really been really truly dependent on her.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But I say, you saw the way John treated her throughout most of this.
He didn't ask for her to be there. She offered to be there.
She honest this whole time she has honestly thought if I help John out, he'll help me out.
Yeah,
it's
heck no.
Don't have.
She tried to pull out Eisen.
What do you think this is? A law equivalent exchange? That's not how it works in an ordinary chief.
Like she literally has nothing. She's not holding him down. He's holding her down technically.
Yeah.
She doesn't even realize that.
Yeah, because her whole plan is based around if he listens to her.
And he's not listening, so.
Honest, bro, Cecile has the simp attitude on her right now.
The simp attitude.
Slick.
Oh, Cecile got the Stockholm syndrome.
Nah, bro, she got a simp attitude right now. She think if she tries to bring something to the table and John's not bringing nothing to the table, that something's gonna happen.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Steph, I hate the fact that you're right.
I gotta make this ship announcement. Can we get a G in the chat for us? Claire and Terrence, they're dating, bro. They need to date. That's what it is.
Huh?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think you mean Aiden, Steph.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Adrian?
That's why you here. That's why I need you here, Jay.
Adrian, there we go. Shit,
Adrian.
I bugged that up too.
Adrian, because Claire done grew up on us, and I saw my boy Adrian up there back there with the swag. I'm like, all right,
He's pretty small. He's pretty small.
I guess
sort of John, but like, hey,
all the years of getting beat up by John, he's just like, okay, I need to fucking step up.
I feel like Adrian is that dude now. Like, you walk up to Adrian, he's like, yeah, man, back in middle school, I wouldn't know. I got in high school, I started lifting weights. The next I saw Claire. She was looking real good. I was like, what's up? He was like, what's going on with you, shmoney? She was like, oh, Adrian. And he's like, yeah.
Bro, yo, straight up though. Straight up. Adrian? Way better friend of John than Claire was.
Zuri, you my dog. You my dog, Zuri. That's what I'm talking about. Put a G in the chat for Adrian, Claire, bro.
man, Adrian low-key fucking friend is on.
Oh no, Fox, you just enabled the shippers on my stream.
No, bro,
you just enabled
I
shippers.
know, bro, Adrian looked like the type of dude. Like, Adrian, what you do? Throw his head up and he be hitting the shmoney dance.
Oh.
I just saw that question in your chat. That should not be a ship.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, what happened?
Someone asked, do you think there could be a Remy John ship in the future? That should not be.
I'm cringing. I'm sorry, I'm cringing.
Someone needs to deactivate that genjutsu.
This man really is stuck, bro. Like,
no, but straight up, Adrian was a way better friend of John than
he sure was. Adrian deserves like best friend award because he's like, bro. He was like, bro. I'm trying to like listen.
I'm trying to help you out. Oh, now I'm gonna whoop your ass. What? Wait, did I just?
Man.
I thought I cut out just now.
I mean, I feel like the way it was going is that like Claire was definitely manipulative.
Yeah, I do. I don't. If she tries to paint herself in like this innocent like victim light, my disdain for her will grow exponentially.
Because like the way that it went was that like Adrian definitely tried to warn John, but like he never really turned on
John. It's really just the fact that he was a label. He got way too much power in a very bad time in his life.
Yeah, he was crippled, so
He saw how cripples got treated in that world. So
and like I said, Guyana made a good point. And because Eisen was like, why? He's like, you already won. Why are you going overboard? She's like, what do you mean? She's like, everyone else is going overboard.
Why can't
y'all ain't doing nothing to.
Y'all can't do
stop.
shit.
I'm like, so why? Yeah, she's like, why can't I? And I was like, shut up, Alexa. Therein lies the problem. Right there was what she said. That's why I was saying she was speaking for the masses, and that's why she is number 2 on top 3 best girls in Unordinary right now.
A side character got top 3 best girl.
Yeah, you know why? Because she's spitting facts. When you spit facts, you get a promotion.
Wow, we're never gonna see this character ever again.
I don't give a shit.
Hey, so Uru just posted an interesting question. Did Ray's stat sheet show how strong he was right when he graduated or right before he died? Before he died.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it was before.
Yeah, so...
Wait, are we going to see his ex-best friend again? Because you remember when
Kuyo
got done fighting the goons, he was at the top of the building.
Bro, Kuyo...
straight up.
I don't care what anybody said. That was freaking Kuyo.
That's interesting because that means, real quick, that just means that Ray never achieved God tier then.
Ooh.
Plot twist.
No, yeah, like seeing Kuyo like after Blake's fight, I was
that
like,
threw me off. That threw me off.
Fucking kidding me.
But then again, I was like, when she was doing like the backstory chapters on like Ray and all that, I don't know why it never clicked in my mind that we're going to be seeing some of them characters again. Like with the whole fallout with him and Kuyo, I should have clicked like we're gonna see him sometime soon.
We need to see them characters again.
Where is Cassandra? You know what?
It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me. I swear, it wasn't me this time. I ain't saying that.
Wait a minute. Shut up.
I'm not simping.
I'm activating my spiritual pressure. I'm about to.
I'm not simping.
Wait.
I'm keeping my mouth shut this time.
Wait a minute.
I want answers too.
Cassandra has moved up the top 4. She's 4th place. She's 4th place.
Okay, Fox is simping. Fox is simping real hard right now.
The only reason is because she taught. She kind of influenced Ray a little bit. That's good enough for me.
Okay. Fox is simping. He don't get shit for it, but when I simp, I get shit. Oh, okay.
Cause I'm the oldest, bro. I'm Genry Usai up in here. You're not gonna question me. I'm Captain Yamamoto. You want to step in? I got Bankai.
I'm questioning.
It is impossible for Fox to simp because he already has a fiance.
Yeah, exactly. I got vision that y'all don't have, right? Cause I gotta tell my homeboys like who are single, they're like, bro. I said being in a relationship is awesome because I can say what I want because I have my woman at home. I'm good. At the end of the day, I win. You can say what you want.
You know, Fox. Sometimes I don't like you.
Are we gonna see
I know you
more
don't. I love you.
side
I love
characters
you
like
too. Hold on, wait.
Doc?
Ty, take the kiss. Take the kiss. I love you. Take the kiss.
Yes, I just did that.
Sit down and chill out.
I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to make the gayest jokes.
Exactly, bro. Oh, it's not gay if I only put the tip in.
What?
What?
No, it's only
Pause.
Nah, it's not even
Pause.
Nah, bro, it's not gay if you put the shaft in either. It's only if it hits the pelvis.
Oh my god.
What? Bro, we got children in stream.
Nah, because that means you enjoyed it enough to put your pelvis all the way to his butt cheeks.
And this is why I'm deleting this stream.
This is why I'm deleting my stream as well. Dude.
Everybody who's watching this, you guys are witnessing some pay-per-view shit right now. You guys should be paying for this right now.
We're gonna beat up after dark. Hold on, wait a minute. Alexa, play Hardball by Sammy.
Play Steph Bryan's video.
Bro, so we're playing copyright music now too?
Sammy from Spotify.
Alexa, play Steph Bryan videos.
Hold on a minute. Alexa, stop. She was gonna play the wrong song and it made me upset.
Yo, ask her to try to play one of my videos and tell her to
No.
stop.
No. You don't deserve that clout, Steph. You don't deserve that clout.
Shut up, kid. I deserve everything I get. That's positive.
And
anyway.
you get shit.
That's
You
positive
get
anyway.
shit, so I don't see a problem here.
Yeah, and you get steps. So.
All right, we got some more questions. So I was wondering if there was a base to how abilities were created / allowed. Like what sort of abilities just wouldn't ever make it in the world of Unordinary. More realistic things will probably make it. Stuff like summoning dragons with magic probably won't. Won't. Oh.
Summoning dragons?
So basically she said like summoning dragons with magic probably wouldn't fit in Unordinary. Next one is how are you doing? Is it hard for you to stay inside these days with the virus and all? I'm all right. Hope you are too. It's not hard to stay inside. I'm used to it. How do you balance planning your normal life, writing an ordinary, planning an ordinary, doing fan events, sleeps, and work? I want to do Webtoon, but I don't know how. Hope you stay safe and reach your goals. Got to keep a strict schedule and sometimes be willing to sacrifice some sleep. There are a lot of references online and on the Webtoon YouTube channels. Thanks, and you too.
I resonate with that one. I honestly resonate with that one.
Yeah, hey Ty, you know a lot about Discord, right?
What's the question? ITR here to help.
No, it's nothing crazy. I'm gonna talk to you about it after when we cut all this off.
All right, ITR is here to help.
Shut up.
Will we see the families of more characters? Thank you for an amazing Webtoon, by the way.
I hope
yes,
so,
we will.
Can we get some more characters? Families like Seraphina's dad or something like that?
Bro.
Hold on, wait a minute. I just realized something.
When John said he'd bring the hierarchy down, did he foresee the low tiers revealing their resentment of those stronger by following Joker's example and maintaining anonymity? Or was he simply blinded by rage and seeking revenge?
Blinded by rage.
That's for you to interpret based on his actions and words.
He was blinded by rage. I'm saying that straight up. Like you saw the way this man acted.
Yeah.
That was nothing but pure rage.
This is not an ASMR video.
That mean you, Steph.
Now I'm pressed.
Who the fuck has a bird in the background?
Me, nigga.
No, isn't it Jay?
No,
I don't have a bird. Hell no.
Oh.
no, I have a bird. I actually have a bird.
Oh, so Steph a Birdman now. Okay.
I had a bird for a long time.
Uru-Chan, is there deleted scenes?
Yeah.
If so, what were they? Yes, there were, but they weren't important to the story.
Yeah, I think there was like for like Zeke and versus John, there was a few like extra panels, but I think that's as far as it goes.
Oh, hold on a minute. You know what? X that whole question I had for you, Ty. It's for something else.
All right.
Yeah, I figured it out.
All right, I got some questions in the chat. If someone upgrade themselves, will John upgrade from the upgrade, or will he upgrade from the last time he had?
This is not his picture, but this is what I have.
Oh, fuck your bird, Steph.
Fuck that bird.
That's facts.
All right. All right.
That nigga make too much noise.
Do you think Blake is gonna be the one to find a weakness in John's ability? And since Blake is getting stronger, will he be able to beat John?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm saying possibly. It's up in the air
True.
for me.
I don't think.
I'm not.
Let's be serious. Let's be serious here. Blake couldn't beat him with 4 people. What makes you think he's gonna beat him just because he got a little bit stronger by himself? Let's be dead ass.
True.
I mean, think about an anime trope too. If it's making fun of anime tropes, then
No, we doing the math here. This shit do not add up.
no, I'm not.
It's gonna be a bigger tragedy than Ruby versus the Aesops.
And that was a tragedy on his own.
This is gonna be almost as bad as Todoroki versus Deku.
That fight wasn't even bad. What?
That wasn't bad.
I don't mean bad. I mean like upsetting that he lost.
Oh, okay.
It's upsetting, but it's understandable.
It's understandable though.
Exactly. It's gonna be understandable that Blake is still gonna lose.
Alright, fair enough.
Yo,
Yo.
Steph, what is wrong with you?
Why you do that?
Blake's just gonna be like, "Come at me with your full power, John," and John just like, "Okay, fine," and just like obliterates Blake.
Bro, I
Slams
just
him
realized that I was muted that whole time. What the heck is wrong with you, bro? Help.
Oh,
I was talking, you thought I was talking about Ruby, and I was like, hold on.
why, Steph? Why are you like this? Damn.
Why you do it?
Why is this happening?
Yo, you know why I'm like this? Because my subs accept me for who I am.
Oh my god.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Yo.
Yo, I hate stuff, man.
I hate Steph, man. This fool.
This ain't no Persona, kids.
This ain't no Persona.
This fool.
Someone, the Dark Knight on my chat asked, "How do you think John's story will end?"
I don't think he's gonna be the one to die because he's not the hero.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Devin and Ordinary? Yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yes, we are.
Someone
I've
asked
seen
you.
people die.
Yeah.
Remember who died the last time in Unordinary?
Oh, that mess is off screen. Listen.
On screen.
That mess is off screen.
It was on screen.
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about that no-name modes here?
Yes.
You comparing one to John? Yeah, get out of my face.
name.
Get out of my face.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm saying it's possible.
No.
Get out of my face.
I'm saying it's possible.
Zuri on the chat asked, "Do you think Cecila's a better royal than Remy?" Let me answer this.
Mm.
Y'all know I love Cecile, but she is not a better royal than Remy. She is. She is.
Yeah,
not. I can't give her that.
Yeah, I
In Pokemon,
totally
you have
agree.
these things called do nothing Pokemon that you just switch it and they do shit. They just sit there.
Bro,
That is what
freaking
Cecile is. She has the title, but she doesn't do it.
Cecile was better at running the press than Ison was. There's that. But better royal than Remy? Nah.
No.
Cecile is good at information gathering. That's what she's good at.
But if we're being if we're being serious, most of the roles are trash.
Yeah.
If we're gonna count how many royals really do their job, there's like 3.
So like here's a polarizing question. Do you think Ray was a good royal?
Yeah.
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 I think it was good. I think he was good in the sense that he was trying to make everyone happy, but he was also bad in the sense that like clearly he was angering everyone underneath him, and when he left, it horribly
Went to
backfired.
shit.
I think the way it worked with him was he tried to create an environment where everybody was equal, I guess. But
And-
it's also like
And in
like,
this world, they ain't want anybody to be equal though.
yeah, that's what I mean though. Like he was trying to create an environment where everybody is equal. I think he was definitely a good royal because the way that it works when you're the leader is you have to make the best choices for your people, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to include everybody.
So wait, do y'all think everyone is equal?
No.
No. That's what I think about Ray. He was trying to make everybody
Equal. Like, see their talents and stuff. Like, everybody's on the same page. But considering the way things were with society itself, is not possible.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's possible. Let me rephrase that. In its current state, it's possible, but it's hard to get there.
A lot of things are possible, but the question is, will they work to try to fix it and make it possible?
No.
So wait, do y'all believe that chaos and discord is necessary for progression? And
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so like the way it works
Yeah.
is like
And I learned that from Shaman. Chaos.
Honestly, history is always gonna repeat itself.
it is.
Everything always ends in chaos before something new blossoms. Look at the way it was before the civil rights movement. Shit was crazy. Yeah, everybody people were free.
We're getting historical now?
I'm just making an example. But
I'm staying out of that example.
I'm saying how that sample too.
Like in the US, everybody was free, but nobody the blacks didn't have civil rights until Martin Luther King came along, and that's when shit started to blossom. But it did end in tragedy, kind of. You see where I'm going with this? If you think about it, Ray is kind of like Martin Luther King.
In all honesty, yes.
I don't know about that one.
It's kind of hard to.
Like the way that I look at it is like, okay, so both of them are like quote unquote, I guess, trying to be heroes.
They're martyrs. That's what they
They both
are.
got assassinated, but they both wanted equality. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
see
that
where
they're
you're going.
100% equal. I'm just saying like they're similar to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's fair.
see what you're doing at.
See where you're coming from with that.
Like, if you look at it, chaos is necessary with Fox and chaos being necessary for progression. You look at history, you look at literally every story, almost every story that's ever been made. Like, name a story. One of y'all.
I got one. So this has actually happened. It's true. Do y'all know who Emmett Till is?
No.
So Emmett Till was a 14-year-old. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Disclaimer, chat. It's about to get really real in here. This is not for jokes. This is not for play. I'm not trying to downgrade the story. I'm not going to get it 100% accurate, so I apologize for that. But here it goes. So Emmett Till was a 14-year-old black boy who was killed to death. He was yanked out of his house.
Killed to death.
Killed to death.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He was killed.
The reason, yeah, he was killed. No, he was yanked out of his home and killed. They found his body days later with a tire tied to it, trying to keep it from floating up. It didn't work. The reason he was killed.
A tire?
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. This is serious.
Steph, this is serious. You can't laugh at that.
The reason he was killed was because he did like a. It was said that he whistled at a white woman, and this is during segregation, all that stuff.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've heard.
Yeah. So, at years later, the woman that supposedly said that he did this thing on her deathbed, she admitted that she had lied about the whole thing. Now, the thing is that terrible? Yes, it was terrible that this innocent kid was yanked out of his own home and beaten so badly that he was hardly unrecognizable. But that is one of the reasons that sparked like the civil rights movement and all that junk. Sorry to get so real, but that is like, it's bad that she lied, but because she lied and caused all of that chaos, it got us to the point where we're all able to be friends with each other now. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Sorry to go like crazy deep and all that. You know, like I said, not trying. I missed a whole bunch of points to that story, but that's like pretty much the gist I was going for.
But like, I was laughing about like, how the fuck you gonna use a tire to try to sink a body? Do these guys not realize that those shits float? But like, besides,
not all tires float. Hello.
Yeah, but besides the point, what the fuck was I gonna say?
Come on now.
Come on.
Oh, no, I remember now. Hold on, wait.
What?
Okay, so
My charger, yo.
you were saying how how those shits lead to a thing. Okay, I remember now. So like, I was gonna say that like it definitely takes tragedy to try to make something like change. Like shit's not gonna change if like without incentive.
Yeah, I mean, I hate. It's kind of sad that that's what it takes to cause like significant change in certain situations, but sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's real talk. Any story, bro. Any story, or just history as itself. Shoot, even in your own daily lives, man. Listen, you gotta go through the ring in order for stuff to change.
Yeah.
What the?
That's just what it is.
It'd be like that.
All shown in anime. What's it called? The telenovelas. All this foolishness.
All shown in anime characters lose their parents. That's tragic.
All of them, because yes.
Like you can't be an anime protagonist without a sad backstory.
Shoot, a lot of these OCs that these fools on the internet be having, they have no parent. They be having all types of things.
I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty.
Is Goku's backstory technically sad?
Kinda.
Yeah, his father was trying to save
because his planet
was getting
going to be blown to smithereens.
Gonna get murked. Like,
I mean, I ask because most of the anime protagonists, they refer back to their backstory, but Goku never does.
Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
If he knew.
That's what I mean, but like, I think even if he did know, I don't think it would change anything because like he has
not at this point. I mean, for the most part, his master Gohan was his father. He's like, that's all I knew. I didn't know I was an alien.
And then Gohan.
Though he has two backstories.
Yeah.
Because he has two different identities. I mean, personalities technically.
Okay, well, wait. Here's another thought. While we're on Dragon Ball, here's another thought. Since Goku is an alien, does that technically make all of the Dragon Ball series an isekai?
You know what?
Huh.
I feel like you could. I feel like you
Huh.
could. I feel like it's
I didn't even consider that.
I mean, it technically is because like an isekai is something that takes place in another world, and he wasn't originally from that world.
And most isekais, the protagonist, because he's been displaced, he's been put in a world with a lower power level. You look at OG Dragon Ball, my man Goku was displaced and was one of the most powerful people in the series. Just straight off from the jump to the end, bro. The only person that could take out the only person that even really challenged Goku for real was Piccolo. That man was also an alien. So then he was back to Earth, that lower power level, bro. All of a sudden, try to have what's it called? To the Earthlings, them dudes have the power of God, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
Facts. The only Earthlings that could even challenge him were the androids, and they...
Exactly. Everybody else was
disease.
I'll be back.
I'll be black.
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm streaming Persona, but I don't want to continue forward right now. I feel like this should be in a proper stream setting.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of the third. I'm at the end of Kanoshiro's Palace. I gotta send the calling card, but I don't want to do it right now.
But like, yeah, man, that stuff has to happen. Like, this is the thing. People imply that harmony doesn't last, but chaos doesn't last either. So, in terms of like,
nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts. It's just now people think that chaos lasts longer than harmony because we have to work to keep harmony. If we don't work to keep it, then chaos is just gonna naturally set in. Because chaos is the natural order of the world. Until the world decides otherwise, and it's like, yeah, I actually want to have something stick for
Peace is nothing more than like a break before like another tragedy.
Exactly.
Before the storm.
But a tragedy is just a exertion from another piece.
Yeah.
It's that change that's the thing. A tragedy will become the norm, then something will change, and a piece will become the norm, and then something will change, and the tragedy will become the norm. It's not the tragedy or the pieces that's the thing that you should be concerned about. It's that change, because that change is when everything is basically when energy, in the vague sense that it could be, is at an all-time high.
Yeah. Wait, Uru-Chan is typing again.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that have been answered since.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do got 2 more questions on mine. Well, 3.
Okay.
First one is from Colin Samuel. Question: why does Uru-Chan use Aizen as a punching bag for John? Dude's about to get straight up shit stomped. Do you guys see it? See a beat down?
I feel like Aizen's existence is just a MacGuffin, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with you there. Next question is, what do you think happened to John's mom?
Every story needs a MacGuffin. What happened to John's mom? Honestly, I feel like she was like, you know what, bro? I can't deal with being married to a crippled father, being married to a crippled husband, and also my son is a cripple, and we all know how the mentality of everybody in this world naturally is. So I feel like she was like, you know what? Nah, bro, I'm out.
Let's be honest.
Then
why would she even with William to begin with?
Let's get real. What if that mess is just an affair, bro?
Ooh, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on, you're spitting right now.
Man, you can't
Whoa.
Possibility.
You spitting.
What if it was an affair? What if my man got mad famous because this book was crazy? What if Unordinary wasn't William's first work? Or maybe what if William was working another job and John's would-be mom, I guess, got lonely or was starting to feel stuff, and that man John's dad was there. So
Cue the Berlizzi music.
And then after that,
the birds and the bees.
I'm done with you. The rest is history.
Whoa. Shaman over here just popping off. Damn.
That's crazy. Someone asked if Sarah gets her powers back, would she be able to bring peace back to the school? No, not at all. Not in her mental state.
Yeah.
I actually, personally, I think she can.
If Sarah gets her powers back,
she shouldn't.
Will she start to act like John?
Heck no.
I hope not.
I very highly doubt it. Ain't no way, because she's got Evie and she's got the other man,
Roland.
I
almost called this nigga wrong again.
Here's how I feel about it now. So if she does, which I hope she doesn't, because her abilities are just broken. But if she got them back and she kept Evie and them around, yes, she could possibly do it. But for some odd reason, Evie and them get removed from the picture, either because she just stops messing with them, or Evie and them are like, oh, because or it might be like this. You know how this goes in anime shows, like, oh, she got her powers back. She's the queen again. We're low tiers. We can't,
we're just slaves.
To avoid her, then maybe, you feel me?
Yeah.
No, I think this is gonna go down to the point where like friendship legit matters. Like your actions legit matters.
So she's LeBron. Friendship literally powers everything.
Like I really feel.
She's a really protagonist.
I really feel like her time as a cripple gave her perspective. And the fact that John exists further solidifies now she's not gonna act like Joker when this happens. Why? Because she hates Joker. At this point, she really is not vibing with John. So
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sad, bro. I'm sad again. When I just thought about that scene when she was like, "Is this John?" No, he's
gone.
He's gone. Bro, you don't know.
Bro, that mess hurt me.
Like a manly tear on my video.
I was heartbroken.
That hurt. Even though I didn't show it, I was hurt.
That hurt. I was like, I said, you ain't have to do me like that. That hurt. That one like hurt.
Yo, we got birthdays.
Eisen February 9th. His birthday passed. Elaine March 4th. That passed. Blake is April 10th. That passed.
That just passed.
That was a week ago. About a week ago. John remains. Wait.
What is John's birthday actually?
September something, I think. Or is it November?
Revealed it?
Yeah, she been revealed
No,
that.
that's what I'm asking though, because I don't know what is.
I don't know either.
I think it's like September or November.
November 18th.
Okay.
Did she reveal Seraphina's birthday?
Yeah, I know for a fact she revealed that because I remember there was like this post on Twitter. It was like
September 12th.
September 12th.
Can we get Gianna's birthday?
She's
You're asking for a side character, NPC. My God.
No, but she is not an NPC. She is sentient, bro. You're an
NPC you're not an NPC anymore when you start asking questions like that. Once you break the status quo, now we have to care about you.
She's upgraded, bro. She is self-aware. I did not murder him.
Exactly. What's it called? She transcended, bro. That's when became a Super Saiyan God for a second.
It only took one chapter.
Yes. Those are the moments.
She was like, and this is to go even further beyond. She's like, why should I not go overboard? Everyone's been going overboard. Y'all been dethroned. And in the hardest hitting line, she's like, you know what? I used to look up to y'all, but she said, ever since y'all lost, no. She's like, why?
No.
Act every day. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it. I'm not with this no more. She was like, and the killer was, she was like, you know what? No disrespect, but y'all ain't it no more.
That's right.
You ain't shit.
What happened?
I was asking if we're gonna get a birthday reveal for Gianna, and Ty tried to shame me for it.
I wasn't even trying to shame you for it. I'm just saying it's an NPC.
Not anymore.
The girl in the last chapter that was talking to Isa.
Oh. Man, she still hasn't gotten to my question yet either. Unfortunate.
She probably won't, bro. If you were on a deserted island with which two characters would you want to bring and why? If I was on a deserted island, and I had to bring two characters with me, bro, I'm bringing on some real stuff. I'm bringing Cecile and Elaine.
Actually, on Fate, Remy and Elaine. For real.
Fate, Remy and Blade.
Bump all that. I'm probably going with Elaine and Arlo.
I'm going with Elaine just because when we get sick, we need healing.
We can get healed.
I'm bringing Cecile because her ability is energy ropes and we set traps and get some food. You feel me?
I'm only saying Arlo and Elaine because obviously healing, and two, Arlo could just set up a barrier instead of in case some dumb shit happen.
I don't say Arlo because he can be like try to use his king mentality, just like, oh, give this to me because I'm king.
Yeah, do y'all think Arlo would be a better character if he wasn't raised in the mentality of might makes right?
I mean, we could make that case for everybody.
It still can happen, honestly, because given everything that happened so far.
So if he was raised like Ray, then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if he was raised like Lei, we probably honestly wouldn't probably still be in the same situation, just like a different character.
Because to be honest, I like Arlo. I mean, I still think he's a piece of shit, but I still like him.
My man Arlo been doing mad work these last couple of
facts, though.
Later chapters, nah, what's the quality?
He has to dedicate to the lie and see what's happening.
My man, my man been doing right today, bro.
I feel like he actually want to bring change for once.
I feel like he actually learned something from John's incident.
Mind blown meme.
But I'll say, Julio, you're laughing over there. You're laughing over there.
Do you guys know how I feel about Arlo? And that got me in trouble last week.
Uru-Chan, you, bro. Don't feel bad, bro.
Don't feel bad.
Like my opinion, your opinion on Arlo mattered enough that you got word from the creator itself.
Yeah, true.
That's a good way to rationalize your death before she puts you on the blacklist. I love you.
I love you too, Fox.
Yo.
Oh my
You straight had a Dragon Ball Super moment where Beerus introduced himself and Vegeta. He's like, I'll take pride that it took a god of destruction to defeat me. That's a good way to rationalize your death. You die with your honor intact. I quit. I'm done. I'm turning my spiritual pressure off. Everybody in chat, just so y'all know, this is how we talk to each other. I love each and every last one of these motherfuckers.
Fox, this is going on our highlights list. This has to.
Will we see any more of the family's influence in their kids' lives? Like, will we see more of Remy's parents or learn more of Seraphina's sister? And will we end up seeing
real talk?
Any other
Remy
characters with
best mom. Straight up.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
That's mad facts.
Remy's mom's, their parent, like Remy and Ray's mom, shocking.
Yeah, they had a good mother figure, bro.
They really did.
Because she was just like, Ray, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what does strength matter? Don't think about that.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I thought you were gonna be like, you need to make sure you're being the strongest, yada yada, blah.
No. We got hit with the.
You want to know like how what makes it stand out even more? Ray didn't even say anything like are you hanging out with like mid tiers or like Remy? Make sure you don't stick around low tiers. He just asked, "Oh, how strong are your friends?" And his mom was like, and
she clicked on that instant, like, hold on, wait a minute now.
I don't think no son of mine gonna conform to society.
Can we have a ceremony right quick? Can we have a ceremony? I'm gonna award their mother with her honorary black card because that was a black mom thing that she put out.
Yo, what's up?
I'm just saying, bro. She got a black mom award on that one.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Jay either because I'm Latino. I'm like, but Latino mothers pay attention to their kids too.
Hell yeah, man.
I like Latinas. Who does? If you don't like a Latina girl,
my mom always told me, don't go starting fights, but always stand up for yourself.
Exactly.
Facts.
My mom said never swing first. My mom said never throw the first punch. Make them swing, and after that, beat the shit out of them.
What's that line from that dang Avengers? My man, Thor Ragnarok. My man said, "What's it called? A king should not impose will, but should always be ready for it." And something like that.
My family always told me walk away, and then I got older and decided for myself that fuck that. If somebody you gotta throw hands.
No, my parents were like, if they hit you first, hit them back. Doesn't matter consequences.
Hey, Dragon Man in my chat asked, "Who is your favorite unordinary character?" I feel like that's a loaded question.
Favorite unordinary character?
It's always gonna be John.
I'm gonna give you guys some advice. If you guys are gonna get into a fight, just wear some gloves so you don't leave fingerprints.
Nah, I want them to know.
I want them to know that I was here.
I beat that nigga. I did that.
That their answers had consequences.
You know what that means? You're gonna get arrested too.
I don't care nothing about that.
Dude,
I got everything.
My mom,
I cannot complain.
I'm a big guy. I've always been tall, but I've also always been on the heftier side. My mom always told me, You don't need to punch them. You just need to use your weight. And so like one day we were like in our living room. She's like, "You come here right now." I was like, "What?" She's like, "If someone does this, you grab them by the neck. You grab them by the stomach. You do something. You get them off of you." And so,
can you suplex them? Just that's all you need to do. Suplex anyone, they're done.
German suplex. Just go like,
yo, Julio, do you have the back flexibility to German suplex somebody?
Probably, actually.
Wait, hold up, bro. How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
6 feet? Oh, okay, he 3 inches taller than me. I'm 5'7".
Oh, I'm taller than you, Fox?
Yeah, you're taller than me. I'm 5'7".
I'm in a chat full of tall people. Oh god.
Ty, you're like 5'2", aren't you?
I'm 5'4".
Oh, okay.
All the genetics for me went to my muscles.
Steph, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Sky sounds like he's 6 foot.
I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6".
Okay.
I'm the
I found my forces today. I found my forces like a couple of weeks ago.
Fox 5'7". So is Digi 5'8"?
Digi's 5'8"?
Is Digi 5'8"? I'm just asking.
Oh, I don't know how tall he is.
I don't know, but all I care about is that I can dunk on the rest of you. That's all I care about.
Alright, the thing is, bro, you can't. What's it called? Your dribble game whack. Your dribble game is whack.
Your dribble game is. Ooh. Whoa. Dribble game is whack.
You step up to cross you up. Come on now.
Bro, them fighting words.
I don't know, bro. I can jump pretty high for my height.
You gotta have that high ass vertical.
Real talk though, in all honesty, I don't have a vertical.
No, real talk, basketball is not my sport. Now we talking about track all day, every day.
Facts.
I was more of a tennis guy myself, honestly.
Yeah, we gotta let these guys in on a secret. If you black, there's 3 sports that you play. You would play basketball, football, or track. Either way.
No, that's not accurate. That's not accurate.
I did basketball, baseball, track, gymnastics, and soccer.
Me, it was like volleyball, tennis, track, and soccer.
I'm just saying, bro. If you're black and you play a sport, either way, it's helping you.
If you're black and you play a sport.
Yeah. What's up, Mock? How you doing, bro? What's good with you?
Did John play any instruments? If so, what instruments?
Flutophone. I played the flutophone.
I'm playing. Can I play my nose? That's what I'm gonna play.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like John would play the drums or some shit.
And I feel like John would play like the bass guitar.
I feel like electric.
According to her, she doesn't play anything.
My man is not musically inclined.
He plays the bitches like Cecile.
Sky, remember you thought I was musically inclined? I told you like, no, I'm not.
Oh, bro, we had the craziest amateur cipher. That mess was whack.
Oh my, that shit was so. It was so amateur. It's like.
It was whack.
It was whack, but it was tough at the same time.
It was whack, frames, and hilarious all at the same time, bro. I played
I'm like, how?
Oh my god.
How is that possible?
I played this fire beat, and me and my other dude was going crazy on this beat, bro.
You stay home. Oh, that's good. Yeah, stay home, bro. Social distancing is a thing.
Oh my gosh, that mess was so crazy.
Get it poppin', get it poppin'.
Bro, these two were so immature.
Stopping.
Oh my, that man. Yesterday was so funny, dog. Yeah, but today was today. Hold on.
Yes, I hated yesterday. I hated yesterday. I hated yesterday.
Oh, but why though? What
I
happened?
fucking hated yesterday.
What happened?
That was foolishness. That was foolishness at its finest.
Oh,
I hate it here.
Favorite Anornia characters top 3. I can't say right now. I'm making a video for that.
I don't plan on making a video, so I'm just gonna say John is always gonna be number 1. Seraphine is gonna be number 2, and Blank is number 3 for me.
I would say not in any order.
I'm fickle. That's all. I'm fickle. That's my answer. My answer changes all the time.
Yeah. John, I think is always going to be up there. I want to hear something real crazy, like real crazy.
He's getting there, bro.
He's getting there.
I say he's already there.
He put his hands definitely there. That's
Like, If Seraphina had an absolute like if them fools actually threw hands, that would have been irredeemable.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break.
Cause that whole thing.
Y'all was ringing unordinary for a minute if y'all saw that.
Hell no. I would be like, yeah, finally it's happening.
First off, they have to completely throw hands, and Sarah would have had to be unprovoked. My man would have had to just run up on Sarah for no reason and they'll start bodying.
I doubt that's gonna happen.
I doubt that's gonna happen though. There's always gonna be a reason for it. But I have to say, John, Remy, because she really tried. That's really.
But their whole conversation was like breaking my. I thought I was ready for that conversation, but I really.
No one was ready for that conversation, honestly.
I was not ready at all.
Oh man!
Like even you said you were ready, you probably were not ready.
Because you read early, and then you have to wait to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what was the question? Who are your favorite characters?
Top three.
Top three.
Okay.
So John, Remy, and then honestly,
I feel like when Jay reads chapters that are really interesting, he just wants to yell it from the rooftops, but he can't.
Because we're stuck here.
Bro, you have no clue. Like, during several conversations during this stream, I'm not gonna say which conversations. I have just looked at the webcam and just like raised my eyebrows, like
Bray.
like bro, if only you knew. If only you knew.
I might start reading fast. I might.
Bro.
I'm debating.
My top three are John, Joker, and Tuesday. What y'all talking about?
Bruh, shut up.
I don't know who Tuesday is, but I'm down with Nepsinol.
The Cerberus theory all over again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Worst character in the series.
Worst character
in the series?
Oh, that's Elaine.
Zeke.
Elaine. She's trash.
Elaine.
Aizen. Are you naming the worst character or worst characters?
They just ask character.
Zeke.
Oh, worst
Zeke.
character?
Zeke.
Elaine.
No, Elaine can be redeemable. Zeke cannot.
No. Don't make me change. This is my opinion.
You're telling me you like Zeke more than Elaine.
You telling me you like Zeke more than...
Yeah, bro.
Someone get this nigga out the trap. Someone get this fool out my face.
Hey.
Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Zeke didn't cause this shit to happen, but Elaine did indirectly.
Oh my, that what you're basing it off of? Oh my god.
I gotta give it to him, bro. I gotta give it to him. I can't really deny that.
Speaking of Elaine, at Ubiquitous, On Thin Ice asked, "Where's Elaine?" In her room.
Exactly. See, she trash. She's not even focusing on nothing else.
What was I gonna say? Someone in my chat asked if John sees attacker. I think
only reason I like Zeke's bully John and any other low tier for like unprovoked for no reason, and he got what he deserved to him. And with Remy asking him, saying like anything for you, we all know damn well that he isn't gonna do shit.
Yeah, same.
So honestly, I think Elaine probably would actually do something or try to do something at least.
That's only because he's being forced to do something. They're being forced to do something.
But at least they're doing something.
For me,
they're being forced to do it. If we're thinking about it in morality, they both trash.
I put Elaine on the same tier. I put Elaine on the same tier as Aizen. She's just normal. Like the same that Aizen does, Elaine does.
You know who?
This is the thing though.
You know who I think we're forgetting about? That group of people that kidnapped Seraphina.
Oh, they are scum of the earth. Y'all seen that tier list. Y'all saw that tier list. Y'all know how I feel. And I still feel the same way. Like, straight up, they're scum of the earth.
Yeah.
They really got NPC'd.
That was like one of the most satisfying fights. Not even a fight, just the most satisfying
like beat down. That was the best beatdown.
Not only that, just that whole arc itself, it's really good because not only is that beatdown itself satisfying, everything that leads up to that. Aside from Ison, but we see him take out Roker and Tanner, who are like fucking with him, and it's like, you bitches got what was coming. Then Aizen happened. That was just a cool fight to see.
You had the John and Arlo interaction with Elaine trying to play mediator failing miserably because John and Arlo have like these ridiculous personalities, bro.
He showed, dude. But it was so great, though.
Hold up. Real talk. Right? To criticize John afterwards because he literally said, do everything yourself, and didn't even tell John when he was actually looking for Serafina.
Yeah.
He just said, okay, fine, do it yourself.
I'll say, if you think about it, why would he? I mean, granted, the hierarchy was in peril, but why would he? After everything that happened in that conversation.
What are you talking about?
About Arlo,
literally, not telling John that he was actually, in fact, looking for Serafina.
Because after the whole conversation where John tricked Elaine, John tricked Arlo by having Elaine follow him. He was like, Arlo, go find Sarah. And Arlo was like, fuck you, I'm not doing shit. Find her yourself. And John was
because
like,
Fool gave this fool a command. of course Arlo's gonna take that shit like that.
Yeah, but then afterwards, he's like, I'm not gonna tell John anything. I'm not gonna tell him we're looking for Sarah.
He doesn't assert that information. That's how I see it.
What's wrong with you? Like,
the whole series everyone in that whole series has communication.
Entire communication. Yeah. It's not that he had something to gain, because in all honesty, this would have never happened if Arlo had the most perspective. If he really wanted to protect the hierarchy, then again he would have satisfied John in that one thing, because he knew that Sarah was the key to John's emotions, so to speak. So my man would have been. So he would have. If it wasn't for his ego, my man would have been like, you know what, my way.
I wouldn't think it. I don't think it's just. I don't think it's just ego though. Yeah, we all know how Arlo at this point. Well, from the beginning, just hates John.
Yes, but this is what differs from a good king from a bad king. A bad king would just do whatever he wants all the time. A good king.
So John.
But a good king would think about his kingdom and himself.
Yeah.
Not that really. At that point, he would have been. That man said, "What is better in the long term? Me or my hierarchy? Who thinks the hierarchy right now? But no, that man Arlo was like, nah, forget you, because my ego was too ridiculous. I'm tired of you. You keep running these problems. Like, come on, man.
Alright, I'm gonna get so much salt for this.
Someone said
so much salt. But John is the fucking problem.
Okay. John is a problem, but he's not the only problem.
He's not the only problem, but he's a problem.
I feel like Ty always has the most controversial opinions. Like, literally. And he has zero reason to tell why. Why is he the problem? I want to hear this. Everybody be quiet. Mute your mics.
Let the man speak.
Because if you think about it, John should have been taught better. In all honesty.
Alright, everybody.
What the fuck is that?
Damn.
There's no way. Oh my gosh. Hold on.
No, listen.
No.
He should have been taught
I'm gonna need to stop you right there because we
to handle his problems. Like, damn.
We already went through this in the story. We've been through this in the story on why he acts the way he does. He wasn't taught how to be a high tier. We know this already. He became a high tier out of nowhere and nobody taught him how to be one. He doesn't understand what it means to be a high tier.
I'm not saying he should be taught how to be a high tier. No. Like,
no, that's what he needs to be taught. He doesn't know what it means to be a high tier because remember, he was a low tier. So he doesn't understand why the world is the way it is.
Okay.
I can kind of see the perspective on where you're saying John.
Yeah, I can see it.
But also, it's the same thing. Like, you know, he wasn't taught, but he didn't know at that particular time. He knows now, but now he's just in a state where it's like, I don't care because no matter what I've done, I tried to play the high tier game, it didn't work. I tried to play the crypto game and just mind my business, it didn't work. So now I'm going the middle route and I'm just going to break it all. But I do see where you see he's the problem because his line of thinking is very flawed. But his line of thinking has been very perverted due to the people that has surrounded him his life.
I think the way it kind of is like John is like he's like what happened because of the problems that started it. He's not the person who started any of the problems. He didn't create it. Arlo was the problem. Elaine expanded on the problem. Eisen also expanded on it. There were a few other cases that expanded it, and then John is what happens because of those guys all together.
I wasn't saying he was the only problem. I'm saying like he's a problem because he wasn't taught. Like he need to be taught better.
We already know that, but like nobody taught him anything.
So you're saying he needs to be taught better by who? Who should have taught him better? What does his family look like?
Yeah, his family can't teach him. Keon didn't teach him. Keon just fucked with his head.
And with that saying, are you with going deeper into that question? Who taught him? Who taught him everything? Who made the book? His dad.
His dad.
Are you saying that his dad didn't teach him good enough? Or are you saying what are you trying to say?
I felt like it didn't get taught enough.
I mean, what is there to teach him though? Like he knows what's going on now, but he doesn't like understand why it's the way it is. Like he's seen how he's been treated. That's the reason he's acting the way he is. It has nothing to do with the way he was taught. It has to do with the way like he manifested his ability at a specific age where he was in a point where like he doesn't give a shit if he was taught this way. He just knows what he went through.
Actually, if I had anything, I would say that John has more perspective than anybody, especially now. But it's even with this perspective, he even with all of this logical perspective and this logical nature, he still has all of this anger inside of him, and so he's going to use same thing that high tiers do. If I'm strong as a high tier, I can do whatever the heck I want, and nobody can say anything. And that's exactly what's been happening. Literally, John is the manifestation of the extremist values that society has put on. My man John is a force of nature at this point in time.
If you think about it, though,
he is an entire concept.
Part in the hierarchy.
Technically, John is the hierarchy.
Yeah, exactly. He's at the top of the hierarchy. He can do what he wants. Nobody's doing anything against him because from what we've seen, nobody's tried to do anything to stop those who are stronger than them because nobody can. If there's a strong force and nobody can stop the stronger force, what are they going to do about it?
Like, in all honesty, John is to what the hierarchy, what Wilson's hierarchy is. John is to Wilson's hierarchy as everybody else. New Boston's hierarchy, for example, was to John. Their hierarchy, when he was a cripple and had like no powers, it was just the hierarchy. All of the higher tiers were just this unstoppable force that kept him from doing all this other foolishness. And now John is this unstoppable force that is suppressing the rest of the school. He's like I said, he's a force of nature. He is an entire concept of what happens when you're not the one in power anymore. That is the whole thing. And now these people have to learn how to deal with that, just like he did. John is a lesson.
Yeah.
He is a whole lesson.
He's a whole lesson. He is the result of what happens when, He is the result of what happens when you just don't treat people fairly.
Yeah, and it's starting to affect like the rest of the school, because like I said, with the new girl, Gianna, and what she said to Eisen, it's like it's becoming a trickling effect. And like I said many times, like the methods he's using, not the best in any shape, way, form, or fashion. I do understand why he can be considered a problem, but to me, it still stems to the fact that, hold up, who the hell has that white noise in the background?
This guy.
Hello?
Or is that Steph?
My AC is on.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Turn that mess off. Shit.
No, I had to cut my fan on. It's hot in here. But
when you look at it, real talk, when you honestly look at it, remember what this man Vaught said. My man said the student body needs somebody like John.
Yeah,
and keep in mind, the faculty hasn't done frick.
The fact they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
It's because listen. What did I just say about John? John is a lesson, a result of when the roles are changed, and you have to deal with a hierarchy that doesn't have your best place in mind. This is a lesson. My man, the principal, is using John to teach these dudes a lesson, bro. That is exactly what is happening right now. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think that's the reason that the principal isn't doing anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he literally realizes that that his school was already in like a situation where like nobody gives a shit anyway. Nobody's being treated fairly. I think the principal is definitely pro like
yo, and remember, let's see, like it isn't that far-fetched to say that this wasn't the same principal that was Vaught might have been the principal when Ray was a thing.
No, it was already confirmed. Headmistress.
Really?
Headmistress.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
Different person.
But yo, you know how the whole transfer of power goes on. What if the mistress in her like notes and stuff said, "Yo, this thing happened. There was this guy that tried to bring equality, but people wasn't all about it, and they started doing whatever they wanted in foolishness." And it's we had another student had to quell it, but we're now in the same place where we started. And so my man Vaught is like, what if we try a different approach? And this is that approach. He's using John as a catalyst to teach his students a lesson of how to really act. This is the result of what happens when you keep suppressing people. Whole life lesson. And it's not, and it's the worst case scenario. This is what happens. What's that called?
And we just uncovered a secret in Unordinary.
Don't care. Worst case scenario. John is absolutely bodying everybody without remorse. This man does not care, just like nature. Nature don't care. Tune you up. Spit you out. Come on now.
I hate it here.
Honestly, if you look at it from like the entire perspective, John is doing exactly what everybody else was doing.
Just in a more extremist level.
Even like I can't even say that it's in an extremist level because people were still getting beat to the point where they were going to the hospital regardless. Because like, have you seen the injuries that they go to with the doctor and then they're like, yeah, this is no big deal. So what? They're getting sent to the hospital. It's the same shit that's gonna happen.
Like I said, the biggest problem they have is mainly for the fact that he's just not taking responsibility for the ass whooping.
No, but none of them. Nobody's taking responsibility.
Nobody takes responsibility for what.
Well, no.
What's the name?
Well, yeah, no. Their thing is like, well, yeah, it's like I got my ass beat, but I know it was dude from. I know it was John. I know it was Steven from Class B that beat my ass at school. So I know I need to stay off this hallway because that's what Steven be. And with John's case and donning the mask of Tuesday and then becoming Joker, it's like, I don't know who this person is. And it's like, I don't know who I've angered. I don't know if it's just, I don't know, whim. It's like,
But I think that's part of the lesson is like,
to play the blame game. People keep blaming other people instead of fixing the problem.
But it's also like, I think that's also part of this. That's part of the thing that he's trying. That's like being taught. It's like, does it fucking matter who you pissed off? It just means don't piss anybody off.
Exactly. Like, what was up with that other dudes? Like, some of these jokers is coming in, right? And my man took off the mask. All of a sudden, either that guy that got attacked went off to attack the person that attacked him because he now knew where he was. It's the blame. Oh, he attacked me, so I have the right to attack him back. Oh, he attacked me, so I have the right to attack him back. It's this whole keep blaming instead of fixing the problem. The mess will just perpetuate. In some places, get worse.
Yeah, everyone's just being reactive instead of proactive about it. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, there are a lot of just like issues. Like honestly, someone commented on one of my videos they were commenting about the whole fact they were like, why is the school initially ran by children, and why is there no counselor giving these children therapy? And I was like, that's big facts.
I mean, but that's you gotta remember they're not in the same society that we live in. So
no, I know. I'm just saying. But I thought it was.
That is true. They don't care about their second feelings. Heck, you mean? I only care about their feelings if they over here running around. Like,
freaking a teacher threw a piece of chalk at Martin's nose and broke it.
That was hilarious.
Hey, Steph. Actually, you got a question. on mine.
Yo.
Also, question for Steph. I was dying when you said that Aizen got his ass beating for getting involved in something he couldn't handle. Bro,
That's the question.
that's a question?
It's a statement.
It's a statement.
That
Bro,
is-
you have no idea what might happen to him later. LMAO.
Hey, shout out to you, my man.
Colin Samuel.
Don't do that. What you know? Stop.
Why are we rating? I think we should start with his tier list.
Yeah.
My man's really
Good
gonna
start.
I'm not even pushing the agenda at this point.
The agenda.
I'm not even.
Agenda book. I hate those things, man.
Me and Julio suggested it, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, but isn't the agenda that is getting pushed. I rest my keys.
Alright, I got the tier list up. Alright.
Oh, Max. Yeah.
Alright, sent to you guys. So you got it?
Wait, what did you put it in?
It's in Jokers.
Like the Discord or like the group chat?
The group chat.
Group chat.
I'm in the group chat. It's not there.
Scroll up!
Scroll up, Steph.
Scroll
Man,
up.
you-
It's not that hard.
That one, the old.
Yo, bro, that was mad far. What you doing?
That's not even mad far.
It was
I'm making my list right now. I'm on it.
I was gonna do discussion.
Money dance on here.
It was the fourth last sent message, Steph. What are you talking
What
about?
are you
Bro,
talking
that's mad-
about?
That's mad far. That's not even recent. anymore.
Everyone. This is how Steph reacts when he doesn't want to scroll up to something. This is all the
Hey, that's
time.
not- Hey, that is not my fault. That is your fault.
Sky. Does he really want this right now?
Hello.
We all got evidence to prove it.
I always want it. I literally always want it.
We got evidence to prove it. Your server,
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
group chat, then be the main one asking questions like,
Yo,
"Oh,
hey,
I ain't know
so-
this." Like,
So,
Yo, I didn't even know that this
Ty.
I didn't even know this Q&A was happening until like 2 hours before it happened.
scroll up then, because me
Bro,
day before.
Nobody talked about it outside of this freaking chat. We didn't do it in VC. None of that.
All right. So, Ty,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to do it how like we discussed, like making the tiers and everything, like God tier, and that?
Yeah,
is this
I'm-
based off of fighting skill.
I'm down
No,
for that.
this is just like us like saying what we think each character is. Like this is like us ranking the characters, not on fight skill, but like we should also do that. We should also come up with
Everything.
ground rules.
Everything about them.
Overall averages, power. What's it? Power, like ability, what they've done, their philosophy on life, how deep they
Yeah,
are. character-wise,
all the
everything.
above. Because I got mine on screen right now.
To say this, y'all know that I love Evie with a passion, but looks, design, cuteness cannot apply here.
It can't. Like, we gotta be legit serious. Like, no more personal bias shit like mine was.
Yeah.
Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh, yes, so no more personal
Like-
bias
Like, we got, like, we can include it in there, but we gotta use straight facts to back it up.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Well, right now,
I always
right now,
Fox, you can do your personal bias one, but we're doing like a general discussion.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Damn, where'd I find it? Is it?
Okay.
It? I think that's it.
All
Wait a
right.
minute. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Time to pull the
so-
pants on. Time to be real.
What tier, right?
All right, so we got.
Oh, Seething Dragon. That's maxed out. Cool.
Actually, looking at your tier list, this is the most accurate one I have seen so far.
Up to that one.
I can go with you with that one, Fox.
Yeah, I just did this one.
I can resonate with you on that one. I'm being real.
What do you? Nah, superficial. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, my screen's back online. Woo.
It went down again, son.
Tying in Sion's simping on Cecile again, huh? Yo, Digi got jokes.
Wait, is Digi in here?
Digi got jokes.
Wait a minute. Where's yeah? Where's my other one?
Pause. All right. So who you guys want to do first? Also, you don't know this is the second half of the stream, we're just gonna be going talking about official tier list for
How long
characters.
have I been streaming?
I've been going on a few hours now.
I know. Hey, chat. Tell me how long I've been streaming.
3
This
hours.
shit ain't ever stop.
It's been 3 hours.
It's been 3 hours.
Always was never
Right.
flopping.
I can't
So-
open up OBS. I don't want anyone seeing my settings.
So Ty.
Hmm.
So I got 6 tiers. I got God, High, Elite, Mid, Low Tier, and Cripple.
I got that for mine too.
I don't know if I like this mask.
Okay, so we got some more questions real quick that she answered. What elements, the main 4, is Arlo, John, Sarah, and Remy?
I don't know what kind of question it is. I don't understand.
Like Avatar, Earth, Water, Fire, Air.
Oh.
Arlo is Earth, Sarah is Air, John is Fire,
Yo.
Remy is Air, Elaine is Water.
I can see that.
Wait a minute. This thing
And then what decides passive? Are they first/early manifestation of an ability, or entirely unique trait developed at level 5, developed after 5?
Okay, so they get their passes after level 5. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So who are we going to start with first?
Mm,
You
I
know
said-
what? You know,
let's go with cripples, then make our way up.
I forget half of these goofies right here's names. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at these
Pay a fucking attention
No,
to the details.
No, that's not paying attention. No details. Nobody gives a shit about these people's names. They don't do
Tell them again.
okay, fine. Steph, I will go through names right now. Ready?
I'm about to. I mean, like, I remember what they did, but I'm just gonna. Drop
They're in alphabetical order.
Bro.
Literally.
So we got Arlo, Blake, Seal,
Claire,
Claire,
Doc,
Doc,
Elaine,
Lane,
Evie,
I literally put these guys in.
Islena,
Winky, or Elena?
Elena, Eisen,
Oh,
John,
Elena.
yeah,
Bison, John,
Junie,
Cassandra,
Cassandra, Keen,
On, Layla,
Keon, Layla, Melly, Rain,
Oh my god.
Ray, Remy,
Remy,
Roland,
Roland,
Serafina, Ventus,
Oh,
Ventus,
Fawn,
Vaughn,
Vulcan,
Vulcan,
and Trash.
and yeah.
oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
Pay attention to your freaking details, my.
Nah, I don't want to hear that from you.
I definitely want to hear that from you.
When I be given the evidence, then people be like,
Oh, Ty,
shit.
Ty,
Hello? Hello?
What's up?
When I be hitting those arguments,
you do have it backward because the blonde girl is Winky. The redhead, the little bob cut is Elena.
Every fucking time. It doesn't matter. They're still trash.
True. All right.
Oh,
So you know what?
Back, nigga.
Let's start out. Let's start out with Rain.
My man, just go in order, man. You have the pictures.
All right, fine. We'll go in order.
Fine, we go in order.
man, I'm just gonna drop my fucking thingy in here because I do not remember half these 4 guys' names right here.
Oh my god.
There's only 4 guys that I don't know their fucking names.
We just went over the fucking names.
Yeah, but I already put them in their boxes, so
How you put them in the.
because I don't have, bro. I put them in their boxes already. I know what they do. What you mean? What I look like?
Julio, we just explained. And this fool.
I'm dead now. I'm sad.
Oh, does this look like I need a
You
water?
dead? You okay?
Uru just posted another question. How far ahead have you planned unordinary story-wise? Have already thought of an ending? Please don't end it. I have the season pretty much laid out.
Please don't
She has
end
the
it. No,
season
it needs to
pretty
end.
much laid out. Let's start with the top with Arlo.
I'm gonna be real. What is impacting the story right now? And even before, like kicking everything off. And seeing like some of his changes a little bit. Honestly, it's between God tier and high tier for me.
I'd be willing to say he's a high tier character, but definitely not as a god tier character, just because of who he is as a person, how he is as a person.
Arlo? Yeah.
Because
What's
like
that, man?
he
High
is
tier?
definitely a pretty well developed character. I'm not gonna lie.
And he had his motives
What I-
too.
What
for
I said
doing it.
last week, I feel bad about that. But
I don't know what you said last week,
don't
but
feel bad. You gotta take it. You gotta say what you said.
well, no. See, Fox. I don't think you understand what I said that got me in trouble.
I'll have to look.
I don't understand either. I have no idea.
I said the scene was badly written. And that's what set everything in motion. It wasn't that I was capping on Arlo. It's that I said it was badly written. So
no.
Okay, yeah.
Yikes.
But anyway, I think Arlo could be high tier because
I'm sticking with what I said. He's A. Well, y'all changed the high tier. He's A tier.
Yeah, like A.
Yeah, A high tier. I'm gonna put Blake in A high tier because he's getting a lot more depth, bro. Mad depth, good power, learned a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd put him in A tier as well.
Yeah.
like I think again, who he is as a person, how he acts, is what keeps him from being a god tier.
That's true.
I'm gonna be real. I think he's just one of them hothead characters, like one of them anime trope hothead characters. I think that's the reason why his personality is so like that.
Honestly, bro, like, hold on, wait. Yo, let's get these F tiers out the way.
Wait, Steph, this is not how this works.
But they're useless. They don't do anything.
That's not how this works.
I'm just
Steph, do that on your own time. We're discussing.
I already did it. Jokes on you, but.
Nice.
Stop
talking.
I'll say Steph. Everybody, just mute stuff. Just mute stuff.
You guys are wild.
But you mean, bruh.
Just mute stuff.
So, Arlo is high tier?
Yes,
Yeah, high tier.
I agree.
A high tier. Blake is A high tier for me. Cecile, I could either put her in C low tier.
I think she's A. She's A or B.
I put Cecile in B tier. Honestly,
I need to put her in B or C because she honestly has like not been doing anything. The reason I put Blake in A high tier though is because again he's been learning a lot of stuff.
Honestly,
like he's growing as a character.
Like Ty said, my man is supposed to be the hothead character, but as of late he's been becoming
growing
a lot more a hothead. He's been thinking and stuff like that.
Using logic.
Frustrated. All that other stuff. He's been like John has actually
been wanting to change. He has been wanting to change.
Man wants knowledge, bro.
And because of that, I think he deserves A tier. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's showing progress.
Yeah, I put him in A tier. I'm still sticking with that.
Actually, hold up, real quick. What stops Blake from being a god tier then?
What stops him?
You got it, Fox.
Let's see. What stops Blake from being a god tier? What stops him from me personally, I would have to say, is the narrow-mindedness of it. Because even though, yes, he has been progressing as a character, he did start off as the hothead character who would fly off the handle, who wanted to grasp of the crown and all that. And now that he has been pretty much shown the new world, so to speak, that there are people who have far exceed your capabilities and who are just better equipped to in combat situations. He is still narrow-minded for the fact that it's like, I still want to be stronger. Granted, it is for the fact that I want to be stronger so I can protect others. But I feel like he's still not seeing the bigger scope. It's like, yes, you can protect others, but you can do other things. You can help the people you protect prosper by teaching them the same values. It's a concept to me is like, you can give a man a fish and he eats for a day, but you teach a man to fish and he eats forever.
Okay.
That's me personally.
Okay, that's facts.
I have one thing to add on that.
Real quick.
Okay.
Uru just answered my question.
What she said?
Ooh.
Hello, Uru, from All the Jokers. My question, I hope it's technically not spoilers, but more of a production one. But without telling us, do you know what everyone's passives would be if they were high tier, or have you not thought of that yet? Bonus, not asking you to tell us, but do you know what Holden's ability is? She knows the passives of everyone who has or will have one, and she does know Holden's ability.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
That's bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Nigga.
Yo, why are you throwing that mess out in the neutral?
Why are you throwing that mess in the open?
Who hurt you?
That's why.
Yo, who hurt you? What's the reason, man?
My chili cheese dog hurt me.
Oh, damn.
Ah, yikes.
Sorry,
Hard
you got it,
yikes.
You got it. You straight.
Cecile?
Cecile? Yeah, what's it called? Either a Ruth or mid.
Okay, look, I put her in. Where did I put Cecile?
I had her in A, but I put her in B.
Oh, Fox, no bias.
No bias at this time.
Yeah.
I gotta put so like I'm not gonna stunt, but I put Cecile S tier, but that was a bias just because I think she's pretty. But
I think she's B.
if I had to be perfectly honest, Cecile is a C tier, mainly for the fact that one, she is showing thought. She's being a thought, mainly for the fact even though she's ambitious, she's doing it purely out of spite and out of a grudge for Arlo, and possibly there's a mix of Seraphina in there too, because she was technically removed from not the hierarchy, but from the royals as a whole because of Seraphina making the decision. But she had the big tits at the time she was queen, so she could do that and all that. But what Cecile has done in the story, very, I don't want to say
it's very little, because all Cecile has done was just be the info gatherer for John and basically doing other stuff like
much information.
Sneaky.
He's learned it all on his.
So she's pretty much useless. She's kind of useless here.
Yeah. So I can't put her in D tier because she does have a spine and she does have goals and ambitions. Granted, all of those are very flimsy.
I honestly
That's
say
why
C.
She is in C tier for me.
I say C.
If I'm being honest.
I would honestly go far low tier for Cecile. Just because, again, she's not necessarily important because the role she's given, she's not even useful for that.
Yeah, like
you're right.
But despite everything, she is willing to stand up for herself. So I guess
I'll give her benefit of the doubt and give her C tier, mid tier.
That's mid tier, right?
Yeah, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm gonna put Claire mid tier because we don't know anything about this fool. Straight up, that's just what it is.
I mean, with the impact on the story at least.
Yeah, but she has been here and nah.
She's pretty much been a plot device.
Facts.
Which one, Claire?
I'll give it C tier.
The doctor?
I think Claire's low tier.
Yeah, I'm at. Once again, I put her in S tier in mine. That's mainly me being biased.
Simping out again.
That's because she grew up. I gotta give her points, man. You grew up, like.
We don't know if she's grown up yet. We
Yeah,
haven't
but
seen her in the
like
story.
if we see more information, then maybe I can add a higher tier at least.
But as far as like if I'm being objective and actually doing some critical thinking, she is D tier.
I given her a C, honestly.
Well, like here's why she's low tier in my opinion, Ty. Because like I said earlier, she was a bad person. She is a bad person. So let's look at the pros and cons.
Here we go again. I saw this in your video.
Exactly.
I know where this is about to go.
Honestly, I only put her in C because of the shit that she adds to the story.
That's why I put her in C too.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason she's there.
Because
I don't think she belongs in C. I would rather put her in D, but I only put her there because of the backstory.
But the impact she put on the story in general is why she's on C tier.
She's like one of the reasons for a lot of the shit that's going on right now.
That's fair. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it in a way like what they brought to the story and what they like
how they contributed to it.
It's like the cause. Like she caused one of John's fucking mental disorder or whatever you want to call it. She's one of the reasons behind like what's going on.
And not to
right
mention,
now,
she did help John manifest his ability too.
So
yeah, she has clairvoyance. She knew it. I forgot about she propped him up.
Yeah.
I mean, she literally said that I shouldn't have helped you.
Yeah. So in all honesty, C tier. I ain't going any higher.
Okay.
I ain't going any lower.
Okay. I can work with C tier. Yeah.
I can work with that.
It would be B. I would put B tier if I was capping. For real.
I do think Doc is is a pretty good character. I would go. I would say B tier.
I'd say B tier as well.
I put that for an A. I put that for an A straight up.
I had him in A, then I was like, fuck that, no.
Is like B.
He honestly hasn't done much other than look out for John and the others.
I put him at B mainly for the fact the impact that he has on the school as a whole.
This fool can just walk up, scare the living crap out of you,
well, I mean,
and put you in submission. I mean, it's his ability too.
Actually, hold up. I'm gonna try and bump him up to high tier right now.
All right.
Okay.
Hit me with some facts real quick.
At the end of the day, Doc always complains about not caring about the school, wanting to leave the school.
He's a teddy bear.
But when it came down to it, he was worried about Serafina and the others, and he wanted to see if someone he has no idea that Layla is Serafina's sister. He has no idea there's a connection there, but he asked, "Can you please help out one of my students?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Doc is a teddy bear.
We got a lot of character when he was talking to Layla, just in the neutral. Like he definitely wasn't supportive. I man was just talking about his day and his life and his things and how he views the world, so to speak. And he also does that, and that's when he talks to Vought too. That man, he got the eyes, like he's normal. Relatively speaking,
He just wants things to be quiet and smooth, and he wants to go and chill with his girl and get a drink and get a beer after work.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what? High tier for Doc?
Yeah, high tier for Doc.
Yeah, I'll give him high tier. I'll give him
That's
this
what
one.
I originally had on my list anyway.
All right, now, let's have some fun here.
No personal bias, Julio.
I know, but me and Steph were talking